dropping frame rates, which we weren't earlier. So that means we're really plugging the internet right now. So
that picture history, that's the old Lever. What's going on
that's
there?
brand new. That's our shot.
That's our shot.
Yeah. Right now we got nothing happening.
There's an Advantage deck boat with about 27 people
Show
on
the
it
boat.
out there. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool looking boat, putting bike.
Right here, we're trying to get to. Our camera girl's lagging a little
Party
bit.
cat, party cat 20.
She's trying. Oh, she's almost got it. She's trying. Oh, she's gonna get it before it's gone. Oh, she barely got it. That's what he was talking about. The advantage.
The advantage. And look at this on Thanksgiving weekend. Look at these diehards right there.
It's cold out there on the water, and they're still out there having fun.
Yes. And I think that one got one of them there thong things on.
She does.
It looks like a tea bag going around the shoulder. That's a brave young
cold
lady.
to me.
Chilly to me.
Really cold.
Chilly Willy Gilly. All right, let's see what our buddy Ross
See
Wally.
what Ross is gonna do here. We don't know, folks. We're down here in the far 40, and we're just kind of call the shots. Is what we're trying to do.
Give you something to keep you entertained, keep you off of watching reruns of what's that other show? Ellen. Ain't nobody watches Ellen that's going to watch us, right?
No Phil and no Ellen.
No Phil and no Ellen. Maybe Dr. Pinsky or whatever his name is. He's kind of funny.
He's a little more entertaining.
Drew Pinsky or whatever his name. He was on Ridiculousness the other night. I am a Chanel. I'm going to take a shout out to Chanel West Coast.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
oh my God, that little girl I love her laugh.
She's a good one.
I'll watch stupid reruns of Ridiculousness for days just to see Chanel's dimples and laugh. Buddy.
Yeah.
And,
I'm a big Rob.
Oh, Rob Dyrdek. He's a talent. That guy's smart as it gets, buddy.
He's been in the business for a minute.
Yeah, he's got some good brands and stuff. And, they're doing the social distance safe 6-foot thingy now.
Yeah.
So the couch, instead of being about 6 feet long, it's about 16 feet long now. Big red couch on the new set. New set's really cool.
Gotcha.
LED lights and stuff. And Rob and Steely Old Brown. I don't think he's got a pair of jeans with knees, does he?
I don't think so.
So Serenity, my little girl, my 13-year-old, she watches that stuff with me every now and then. She cut her up some of her own jeans. Daddy, I'm an artist. I designed my own jeans. And I said, they look like Steely Old Brim. She says, that's where I got the idea from. Cut the knees out of it. When we wore out a pair of jeans like that when we were kids, we got another pair. Went to the Mervin's, got some new Levi's.
How many of those jeans you threw away that are probably worth a couple
$50
$100
a piece or $200 maybe? Yeah,
Five old Lee.
Dude, Buttonfly 501s with the knees knocked out of them. We tossed them.
I'm talking about Lee.
Lee jeans were good too, but I was 501 Buttonfly.
Okay, over here.
The dog.
He's trying to
our pit dog.
He's trying to cruise around and check out for women.
Checking out chicks, yeah. You know what? I might have to get me a little dog, get me a new girlfriend, because that's till you go to the doggy park and find them chicks, right? They just don't clean up after themselves.
Well, yeah. True.
Neither does my 13-year-old, by the way. Daddy, I don't want to do the dishes. That's your chore. If I'm paying $2, it pays $10 now. And I still can't get the damn dishes done at my house.
Welcome back, guys. Sorry about the glitch we had on the other channel. It happens. It was an internet glitch. We're back. Tell everybody this is the channel right here. And if it goes off air, we will come back. It'll be
somewhere.
Just keep going back to surfrat.tv. You will find us, I promise you.
So we have ran a heat of Cracker Box, a heat of SE, a heat of Classic Endurance,
right?
A GPS 100 heat. We have not ran F1s. We have not ran K-boats. We have not ran Formula Lights. There are no GNs. The only GN in the house is a Connolly 21. Absolutely gorgeous boat.
That was a nice one.
If you're down here,
go check it out.
Go check it out. That's Mr. Connolly himself, 90 years old.
Yep.
Is down there. And that boat's with the Comp Jet. I think we ought to be able to get them on, and then some of these other classes, the Outlaw Hydros and stuff like that, are just not going to be able to run in this wind.
The wind has died down a little bit, I want to say. Um,
5 or 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it died down a little bit. I'm thinking that we could probably get them in now that it's died down to where it's at. Maybe not the hydros like you said, but I think we can
maybe before the end of the day, if it keeps going this direction, we might have something salvageable for an event.
We might be racing until 5, 6 o'clock here.
I've been down here with the sun in my eyes when we raced downriver a little bit. That other place I forgot the name of.
Ashley Paul should be going out now.
Yeah.
Where's
So,
she racing?
Let's see if we can find our girl Ashley.
Right. No, that's. I didn't see her name. Nope. We don't see her name. Oh, wait. No.
Give us a class.
We don't have her in the driver's names here.
My fancy printout supplied by the LCLC staff that we love that dedicate so much of their
No,
lives
it's
to this.
Paul, number 24. Okay.
Paul.
Fitzgerald? Is that who she's talking about? It's got to be. That's the only Paul I know. Number 24. I know that boat. That's a winning boat for sure.
Well,
Right there.
boom.
Oh no, that's Spencer
That's
Love.
Spencer. That's in
That's
an
a different class.
That's in an F1 book. That's
They're not going to
that's
run.
100-mile-an-hour tunnel boat. That ain't gonna happen.
They're not
in
going to
this.
run in this way.
No,
No way.
I don't. That's Spencer Love. He's a baller, though, bro. He'll fly a boat. But I'll tell you right now, I've been watching him a lot of years.
She's talking about Paul Fitzgerald in the 24.
Paul Fitzgerald in
Yeah,
the
that's your uncle. He's not. We don't have him on our list, but I know who you're talking about.
You know, I don't see him. Maybe he's not entered this time.
I don't see a Fitzgerald even on there. Or Ashley Paul.
Nope. Not on our,
Oh,
April.
right here.
Michael Smith, Paul Fitzgerald. Yes, sirree. That's in the UBF class.
April. Yep, we got it.
We got
We
it.
found it. Just took us a little searching.
We got it. So we'll look forward to when that comes
That's
back
with
up.
that 55 Mimic boat too.
That's right. Yeah, that was the one that was hauling
Yeah,
duck earlier.
hauling the mail.
That's what I was talking about a bit ago. Dark Horse, and then in that same class is Bake, Borrow, and Steal too.
Let's go live with them so they can see us again. Hey guys, it's a little.
We're back.
It's a little clearer out. We got
Surf-
less wind, less dust.
No dust today.
It's nice. Now the wind has died down a little bit. As you can see, the
Not
palm
bad.
trees above them. Remember
Yeah.
before? They were really blowing. They're not so
Yeah.
bad now.
I might get down where I can turn my hat around.
I might be able to take off my beanie.
I don't know about that.
My head is pretty cold when I take it off.
Yeah, you
That's
got,
what happens
you
when
got,
you're
you could polish that stuff.
Oh yeah,
What did we call that back in school? Use a chrome dome.
the chrome dome.
Yep. Oops.
So how about you guys? We got 17 of you back. We had a whole bunch before the channel went down, but hey, 17 back. Welcome back. We are at the 2020. You already know the Thanksgiving Regatta.
74th
That's right. Annual.
annual
Out here at the Pirates Den.
Pirates Den. We are at Pirates Den. The rest of the crew is just upriver at the La Paz County Campground.
That's right.
Both of these really nice facilities. You know, this Pirates Den got a nice restaurant, good food, and just our backside over here to kind of our right is an outdoor bar that we tried to mess up a credit card at one time a couple of years ago on 4th of July weekend. We came down here. This place was a packed house before this social distancing. Ross has got to be trying to get in some of these other levels.
I was trying to say, get my headset back on here. I got the mascot with us, guys. We got the mascot. This is Tab. He's Surf Rat mascot. He goes to all the Surf Rat events, whether it's an off-road race, a boat race, motocross race. It doesn't matter. He goes. He likes racing.
You got a little sniffer working right there.
Yep,
He's
smell it.
sniffing. You smell race gas?
No, he's smelling for something else.
Chicks.
Yeah.
I get to get me a little dog like that. I'll bet you I can reel some chicks in with a little dog.
Good boy.
Yeah, my daughter tells Serenity said this morning, Daddy, I want a doggy. I Are you going to clean up after him? She never said another word about that dog.
That never happened again, huh?
Yeah, no. That's why we don't have a dog in the house. We have a desert tortoise.
They're fun.
Don't tell the environmentalists they'll want to try to find you for it. This turtle walked into my driveway 20-something years ago, and I feed him, and he'll eat out of your hand. He's pretty cool. We call him DT.
Cool.
Yeah, if you're not smart enough to figure out what DT stands for, I'm not going to tell you. But we're looking at our lineup and the class schedule here, and
All right.
Ross has ran what he can, which is pretty much the flat bottom classes that are here to participate in the 74th annual Thanksgiving Regatta. Put on by Nick Rose Insurance, Amsoil, and a whole list of others, including Parker Oil and Race Tech, blah, 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 Twisted Liquid Marine, all the good stuff. Ross likes to make sure we get the pitch a little bit.
We got to plug the sponsors, you know.
I'm working on it. I can't read two of these. Can you read that one there and that one there? Looks like something property management, burner something in hot rod, something. The people that come car wash. Those dummies on cover at TV screwed up my name, Ross.
Oh my gosh, who does that?
I don't know. Karen.
Karen's
did
it.
Karen.
Blame the Karen.
Well, you know, I'm up from Vegas. You know, it's where we live up there. We got mask Nazis everywhere. You get a mask on, they act like you're gonna give them cooties or something. You know.
I know.
Worse in California, I hear. But we're in Arizona now.
That's where we're at.
On the Parker River.
That's right.
Pirates Den.
Yep.
Now, upriver, we hear later today, is going to be one of them little flat bottom shootout, show off thingy-mabobbers.
Okay.
Rumor has it old Scott Steele going to be up there in one of his red boats. He seems to like them red boats. And Tony Scarlatta.
You guys know who he is.
I got to tell you right now, if you don't know who Tony Scarlatta is, you ain't watched any drag boat racing, no cable racing, no nothing. You don't know Scarlatta. Scarlatta is baller, man. Dude, I got mad respect for Tony Scarlatta. I tried to get him in the cracker box one time a few years ago. He said, Marshall, there's no way in hell I'm getting in that damn cracker box.
He's crazy, but not that crazy?
Nope. Man, he says, I'm not doing it. It ain't got no down, ain't got no brakes. It ain't got no down pedal.
Well, he's right.
He'll march at, he owns like world records with that Lucas Oil boat that he runs in the tracks. That's like 167, 9 miles an hour or something in the quarter.
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine light and blown alcohol set behind you, a couple thousand horsepower, and in under 6 seconds ish, something like that, 590s or something like that, he's pulled off. And then there's no boat in the water. It's prop, plate, and pin in it. What kind of, we were starting to talk about before we lost our feed, we were talking about the quantity of balls.
That's
right. Remember that? We were entering into that conversation.
I remember.
We were outside of Austin, Texas at the drag boat races with Lucas Oil, and they had the Cracker Box show, what I called the little side dog and pony show. And I was down over the Games Boys. Shout out to the Games Boys that are on Silver TV. Games Boys, they stay down there quite a bit out of Southern California, got a little tile and marble business, and they got a place down here, and they're good contributors to the environment down here. They keep the bars busy.
They keep the bars.
Yes, that Andrew Games and his bunch of family members are all good folks over Daddy Ray, and then the good folks. But anyway, we're down there in Texas, and we got this big party, block party thingy going on. And
wind came back, by the way.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so me and old Scarlatta, they give us the microphone, was probably a Texan mistake.
Yeah, he asked me if he was sure if I wanted him to come down on our mic.
Tony, that's good. He does some stage presence. He delivers well.
We just didn't want him to drop the bombs.
Yeah, no, he's a character. So we start talking about how many balls. So we decided that we were going to count the balls in all other sports. And you got how many balls in football? Well, you got one ball. It's kind of funny shaped. Sometimes they're kind of that shape sometimes, you know. And then, rugby and soccer and baseball, golf, tennis. All that one ball.
One ball.
So we started talking about how many balls does it take to be a boat racer? And we were trying to establish the different classes of boats and then, therefore, the size of balls it would take to be a boat racer.
Gotcha.
We started out with, golf balls.
To
race certain boats, like maybe, Comp Jet. You probably got to have pretty good golf balls
to race some golf balls to race.
Yep. That class, 80, 90 mile an hour class in SC, maybe UPS 100. Those are golf balls.
Golf balls, right.
Yes. And you get into the super stock boats. Now they're going to run 130 or so down the straightaway, and
The ball's going to get a little
your
bigger.
balls get a little bigger. They're going to be
Baseball size or
baseball
baseball
balls. Baseball balls.
All right.
Yep.
So we went from golf balls to
baseballs, and they're going to be pretty hard balls.
Hard balls.
You're not going to run softballs. You're not, even how big your balls get, you're not going to have softballs. They're going to be hard balls. So we decided that in cracker boxes and in K-boats, you had to have 2 big stainless steel balls.
Stainless steel balls we've got into, folks.
Rust resistant. Scarlet,
I just watched the guy out there wakeboarding in this cold weather. He's got to be crazy.
Dude, he's on yeah, he's wakeboarding.
Right.
Got a wetsuit on.
Yeah, but still, that's cold.
That's too damn cold. Anyway, the 2 big stainless steel balls to race these kind of boats or to drive up. Could you imagine top fuel hydro? 250 miles an hour and 1,000 feet now.
What kind of balls do you have to have? Like those soft
I
balls?
think those are no ball. I think that's no brains.
No brains.
That's just. I think those are machines. Yeah. They put somebody that looks like a person in there, and they flip a switch, and it's all mechanical. Can you? We were at Firebird back before they called it Wild Horse Park, Yeah, down at Chandler, and we're down there, and you see this gigantic rooster tail. Because we're at down toward the finish line,
right?
And you're looking back toward the gas station back up in there, and you see this giant rooster tails coming at you. You haven't heard the sound yet.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the sound hits you in the chest.
Oh wow!
10,000 horsepower. Going to pull down 1,000 feet, 260 miles an hour in 4 or 5 seconds, whatever the heck it is they run. It's like I was blown away. It almost scared me for a second. It caught me so off guard. When the sound came down across that, now that's a cesspool. By the way, I went for a swim there in 2010. One of the 4 times I wrecked the cracker box.
Oh boy. So let's hear about it. People don't realize what it's like to crash in a boat.
Well, let's tell you a little bit about this. Well,
and now, guys, cracker box boats are a little different than your average boat. You're riding in the very back.
Correct.
And you got a big old horsepower motor right in front of
you. Yeah.
Whatever goes wrong in that motor, you watch it happen.
Well, I've been oiled down a few times.
Oiled down.
But if you're a competent driver, you think about this stuff. You're wearing all the proper life safety equipment.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right, and then you wear a fire suit. I wear what they call an SF1, which is supposed to be a minute's worth of direct fire exposure, which really not too much to worry about because I look at it this way: if the damn thing catches on fire, I'm jumping in the water anyway. Yeah. When sure or not, it's going to let it go.
Right.
But we've blown some oil lines, and oil be 250, 260 degrees, and you get sprayed down with some hot oil, and you can't see out of the visor. And me and old Matt Bookie, the guy that trained me for driving, we oiled down a few times. It kept you from getting cold like we are now.
Yes, we are a little.
But oil all inside a boat's hell of a mess to clean up. But I will tell you, Tide laundry soap does the best job. But we get her all cleaned up and go back at it. But yeah, so we were down in Firebird in 10, and I've been experimenting around. Now, that's not the first time I wrecked one. I wrecked it in Burley, Idaho in 07. I parked it on the rocks in 08 at Long Beach down there at the Marine Stadium.
Now, when you do that, what does your co-driver think about it?
Thinks asshole.
God, he must hate you for a minute. For at least a minute.
Well, if I was driving, I wouldn't have done that.
I would have done that.
I'd never done that if I was driving.
Well,
let me tell you, they are a handful. And until you get them set up correctly and you get it to where it's just a rhythm of perfect execution, the cracker box is the wildest boat on the race course. And that's why, your K-boats and your super high horsepower and your super stocks, pro stocks, all those guys are going to draw a big crowd to the curb,
definitely.
to the edge of the beach. And so does the GNs. GNs are great boats. Watch, they run 25.
They're almost louder than faster, though.
Oh,
they're louder.
They're just.
But they're fast, but they're loud.
And they run a lot of laps with the Grand Prix start. On the Grand Prix start, dead engine Grand Prix start. The flag drops a flare. Actually, they shoot a flare. And they take off in the GN.
See, that's a spectator sport.
Very much so. But the cracker boxes, I will tell you right now, draw the crowd.
Attention. They're attention grabbers.
2 people.
Once you look at them, you can't stop.
Driver and riding mechanic, which
can't stop.
Necessarily ain't much mechanical work to do anymore. It's basically kind of looking at the gauges. Now, you think about like the 42 penalty box. That's all on a digital dash now. There's no gauge.
Were you the one that on Long Beach that put it on the rocks?
Yeah, 2008.
That was. Remembers.
But April, that was That was in the 144, the Rebel.
Mm.
And then later, a couple of years ago, is when they put the 66 on the rocks with Dwight Moody, the Mr. Magoo boat went up on the rocks.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was just a few years ago. I did it in
That hasn't-
2008.
Yeah, that up on the rocks. Long Beach
He
isn't a
went
very wide
further.
course either.
He did a better job. He went further up on the rocks. Now again, Cash was in the boat that year, and Mike Leach was driving that and parked hot cinders up on the rocks. That's a tough little corner, and we caught a little hop of poo, and I couldn't quite get the propeller to hook back up, and I basically. Remember we were talking about that stainless steel before? I lacked the amount of stainless in order to finish executing the corner, and it went on the rocks. My stainless was small. But I was in my first year of driving the boat and stuff like that. I just didn't have the experience to basically, ladies and gentlemen, know the way to put it, just ball up and grab a handful of wheel and push it to the mat, and the cargo box will come on around the corner. My confidence in my set. It sounds easy. Sounds easy.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
Till you see Elvis.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that.
No, they're tricky to drive. A lot of fun.
It takes a certain person to drive that.
Well, after 4 number ones in the off-road world, we got the number 1 on quads, which is another that's a power box with wheels. It's contraptions is what I used
just
to call
something
them.
else you race,
Yeah, and then dirt bikes. I went back out and was fortunate enough at 45 years old, 17 years ago, it's been a long, and got a number 1 plate again and became the only racer in the Moran family of Southern Nevada to have number 1 on the bike and a number 1 on a quad.
And that was the desert.
Yeah,
Best in
yeah,
the desert.
Yeah, but the brand, the feeder association to Best in the Desert. When Casey Folks started it, Casey Folks was the president of MRAM, the Motorcycle Racing Association of Nevada.
I remember.
And, God rest his soul. Casey Folks was the
Rest in
Pied
peace,
Piper of off-road.
He was.
You think Ross Wallet can get some volunteers? Casey Folks can get 300 people to help him put on a race
They can.
and volunteer.
Yeah.
And now Daryl and Brian Folks are running that organization. It's
Doing a good job.
Still doing a good job. I've known these guys since we were all
It's
kids.
tough. It's
all
a tough
kids.
business,
It's
especially
and then the
with COVID.
environment's a little tough right now.
COVID's killing everybody.
Yeah, no, COVID's not killing everybody.
Oh yeah, COVID's
No.
not killing everybody.
At a
but
.002 death rate, that's
but-
not killing everybody.
but
Everybody's getting it though, because anybody with the common cold gets tested positive COVID. Now I've said my piece on that.
we're not politicians here.
No.
We're boat racers. We're racers, and we are waiting for a race.
Want one back.
We've been waiting too long, you guys.
We're thinking.
Look, we can show you the water, but the water's dead. You don't want to see dead water.
There's not much out there.
We're waiting on something to come in.
The Pirates Den flags are readable. Do I
They
need to
are.
explain why? You can read them.
Well,
Yeah.
the wind died, and then it came back.
Is that there one of them teeny house thingies over there? See that
teeny
one?
house? Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
that one of them teeny houses. I'm thinking about maybe going in and building some of those.
Little teeny house across the river. There's a few of
Yeah.
them over there.
I got a buddy of mine's got about 80 acres outside of Kingman,
That's up where I live.
and
Well, I live in Laughlin.
Laughlin, not down.
Bullhead, actually.
Well, you
But
go
I say
down-
that no one knows where it's at.
What is that?
Golden Valley.
Golden Valley,
Yes.
where all the crackheads are.
Yep.
So we're
They
thinking.
call it Meth Valley.
Yeah, so here's the game plan, you guys. I want to get some feedback here. If somebody will chime in and tell me
Okay.
if I'm crazy or not. I'm thinking about going to Golden Valley and putting in a bunch of teeny houses for the crackheads, and paying advance rent out. Of course, you can't trust them for time. But it's like,
He got quiet real quick.
yeah.
He had a little mumbling there, guy.
Come
You
along
didn't,
here, what
you
are you
didn't hear
doing?
the mumbling at the end there, but it was some mumbling coming out there.
Yeah.
No,
Teeny-
I'm not. I'm not right now at Rage at the River, but if
That's-
somebody hires me to go out there, I will. I'll go out for a team. And
Yeah,
it's-
we would be glad to come up there, bring the program up there, and
Yep.
set up and do something this afternoon because this is
Well, they got George. George does all the live streaming with Best in the Desert.
Antilla's up there,
He's been doing the finish line for a long time. Yeah.
but no,
No, we're talking about. She's talking about Rage at the River.
oh, in Laughlin.
It's at Prim this year. Instead
Oh,
of
at
Laughlin.
Prim, yeah, they almost lost that event.
Almost lost
This
it.
COVID shit almost got it. Yeah,
So no,
The,
I'm not.
I
but
just
like
saw
said,
that.
We may.
Kenny
you
Freeman
never
and
know.
those guys
Somebody
just posted.
calls me up and says, "Hey man, we want you to broadcast it." And I'll call up
Yeah,
Homie
don't
right
tell,
here.
you guys don't tell George until Brett Marshall's going to help out and do that. George and I got some history. I've known George since I was 12 years
You
old.
might be mad,
Um,
upset.
I love George Antil. He's an old friend of mine. I've known
George
him since
is
I was a kid.
good guy.
He's a good guy,
Yeah.
but he's freaking boring.
Boring. And he's boring. And
Let me tell you a story. Back in '74, when I was racing a CZ,
I was with your dad.
yeah, you and me and your dad, Delbert. My dad's name's Delbert.
We love you,
and,
George.
and we're actually, we're desert people. I'll give
Well,
you
he
guys some
forgets
history.
that it's about them.
George
It's
is
about them, not him.
George is a Czech, and he was in the Checkers
Czech.
Club,
Oh, yeah.
all right, out of Southern California. George Antil moved to Las Vegas in the '70s, and the people that wrapped their arms around him and brothered him in was the desert people.
Oh yeah.
And my dad was a desert folk, along with, some other prominent businessmen from the
yeah.
Las Vegas area. And desert folk is what they call us, you
Yeah.
know. And Jack Johnson will tell you that. Scott Harden will tell you that. All the big names from off-road racing,
Oh, yeah.
especially the motorcycle side of it,
Yep.
will tell you the desert people and the ground shakers started Moran in 1964.
Right.
And from Moran, then became Best in the Desert.
That's right.
I rode some of those early
Yeah.
events on both bikes and quads. Lucky enough
You're
to have,
showing your age again.
I know, in 2002, we got the over 30 #1 plate riding on Husabergs.
Wow.
They were
Those are
turds.
old school.
Yeah, they were turds. Round slide Del Ordos. They
Heavy,
were turds. But we got,
slow,
we,
loud.
Yeah, no, they were fast.
Were they
loud,
fast?
but wouldn't restart hot. Yeah, don't stall the damn
Don't
thing.
stall,
there.
you're
Yeah.
done.
You could go from a lead position, top 10 overall, to 50th overall in like 4 minutes.
Just from stalling it. in the
It just
turn.
would not restart. Poor. Now Chuck Sun got me involved in that. I know Chuck Sun for you.
Check that.
Chucky Berg. We used to call him
Good old
Chuckaberg back in the day. Chuckaberg. Chuck.
A lot of
Now
racing
he's
under
about
his belt.
64, 65 years old. It's a few
Yep,
years
I've
old.
seen him.
I'm gonna tell you
I
right
see
now.
him at
You
the
know, Jeff.
Supercrosses.
He can freaking ride.
He still
bro.
ride, yeah.
He is a talent. So I'm blessed to have the racing gene, the racing blood, and be able to be part of this SurfRack.tv
I think
program.
we may have something coming.
There's people, a family.
Is it just that?
That's a family. That's mom, dad, and a couple nice looking children.
Okay. I thought we had boats coming.
No, we got family walking down the dock.
Okay.
That's as busy as it's getting. But yeah, just blessed to have had a great racing life. It's been a lot of fun, man.
That's what it's all about.
I got a couple more races left in me, then I think we'll probably put the old 244 wildcard cracker box up for sale. Got a whole bunch of stuff goes with it. A lot of you get full race team. I might even sell a freaking toolbox if the guy pays me enough.
Yeah, pay enough, you get the whole package.
I have a dedicated toolbox to the race trailer. They can have that too. if
That
they
means
want.
that every tool that he's got in there is designated towards the boat.
Well, you wrap tape,
Or-
and what you do is the ones you use a lot. You
You
wrap a piece of tape around it, so
Duct
you,
tape.
yeah,
that's
you
the
know
one.
you're using this certain size wrenches,
That's right.
and this and that, and then the coupler. Back in the day, when the 144 boat coupled with a 1/4 inch on, we wrapped green tape around that, so we knew which one that was. You're not fumbling around looking for stuff.
There you go. Makes it a lot easier.
A little bit of thought process
There's
in
a-
this. There's a little more to it than just get in and go fast. The prep time, where the heats are 5 to 7, 9 minutes long. All right, and it takes 5 to 7 months to get ready for it. I mean, it's got to be kind of crazy. But look, the wind is giving us a break.
Yeah, but the races are giving us a break too.
I don't know what Ross did. Maybe it's lunch. Well, it's kind of lunchtime.
He's
Maybe-
gonna
Should we try and call him? That'll piss him on.
yeah, I don't not when he's running his race.
I'm trying to get some info.
I try never to do that with him when he's running the race.
He'd get on me. He's the Commodore of SCSE. Ladies and gentlemen, SCSE and the effort that Ross Wallach puts out is so commendable for Ross. I just love the guy. Over the years, a lot of people, Ross this, Ross that. I said, let me tell you something. You guys got to understand the life of a race promoter. I did some race promoting for a few years myself. We called it Nevada Desert Racing Association. And there's a lot goes into it, the application for permits, then being able to sell something like a venue, like a Pirates Den or La Paz County Campground. We want you to host our event. We had the Eldorado Casino to host a couple of events for us in Henderson, Nevada. We were doing the bike and quad thing, and it was a lot of work. And, Casey, the Pied Piper of off-road, the guy could
Right.
recruit more people to get and put on stellar events. And now with the TV and coverage and stuff that you do and everything like that, that contributes to the exposure, it's just really super cool. I mean, here I am surfing Mav TV the other middle of the night, can't sleep, and I got clicking on the 214 channel, And there's a Best in the Desert off-road race.
Yeah.
And I never dreamed when I was a kid that it would ever get to that level.
Well, you
And
dreamed it would, but you never thought
I
it would
didn't.
happen.
Especially in color. You know, I
Right.
thought I was a remote control till I was 14 years old.
We thought we were always going to watch astronauts go to the moon in black and white.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think that studio was at?
L.A.
Yeah, probably right outside of Hollywood
Yeah,
somewhere.
Hollywood studio.
You know, I found a little snippet. You know that
Little green screen
what
action.
they call
yeah.
the devil's playground or whatever outside of SEMA.
Right.
I guess back in there they shot a bunch of Star Wars back in there.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was told that they shot a whole bunch of that. And there's some little TT fly or some rat bug or something that gets all that shut down because environmental stuff.
That's a hell of a motor on that small boat.
400 horse. That's got to be one of them four strokes. That's a Levy craft.
That thing flies.
That's called Panic Attack,
Yeah, it is a panic.
and that's a 400 horse Merc.
Can you
looks
believe
like
that?
from
That's
here.
a big motor on that boat. It's just it's a leisure boat, folks. It's not a race boat. We're just talking about our cameraman.
It's about a 21 footer is all it is. Too. There's another nice family walking by. How you guys doing? Live surfrat.tv.
Oh, that's Taz. He won't hurt him.
Taz.
Yeah, Taz, be nice.
Taz.
Play. Taz, you're gonna be nice. Come here, Taz. His name's Taz. Hey, be nice. He acts like he's tough. He's not. He's not a tough though. He just is. Hey. Get back on your bed over there. Come flying out.
Well, anyway, good old just the love of racing, the smell of race gas.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. You know, without you guys watching, we wouldn't be doing it. Because who would we be doing it for?
Exactly. I mean, I'm gonna sit out here in the cold and drink Coca-Cola and ain't got no rum, and then I'm at the Pirates Den and ain't got no rum in my
Gotta
cup.
wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're done working.
Until Ross closes the race course, then we can have a cocktail.
Right.
But
And right now we still got a lot of wind.
Crazy.
It
So-
died. It died. It came back. It died. It came back. It died. It came back.
our cute as heck camera girls down there in muckalux and in a Christmas outfit, you guys, we should put a camera on. See,
Should we?
Yeah, we should put a camera on. Our camera girl is the cutest thing in the
Let's see
world.
if we can do this.
Can you sneak out there?
I think I can. Hold on. We got a boat out there. We got racing coming up. Hold on. We'll come back to that. I just saw a boat in the water. Go by.
Yeah, but I think they're flagging and letting them go on down the river.
Let me go take a
Which
look.
one
I'm
would
gonna
be
go
actually
take a look. You
upriver?
keep them entertained here, and I'm
I'm going to entertain the crowd. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the classes and some of the people here. You know, Comp Jet, mostly Chevrolet engines, jet boats. All right. If a guy wanted to get into some boat racing, and he got to, find Chevrolet and find a Berkeley, that'd be my bet. And take all the seats and stuff out of it, strip it down, reinforce it a little bit, get out into Comp Jet, 280-ish miles an hour. All right. Jet boat, with a jet air or whatever, it's going to have some ability to control the bow height, not like a cracker box where they're just, it's all foot, all steering wheel and pedal in the cracker. The plates are not adjustable underway. But Comp Jet would be a place to get started in what we call flat bottom boat racing or inboard boat racing. So it's good to play. Now the SE class we were talking about earlier as well. Some of these SEs that are in small block Chevrolets, and this is another good entry level class for flat bottom boat racing that won't break the bank if you've got disposable income left. Now what I'm seeing out there is some tunnel boats. That sure looks a whole bunch like an F1. Them boys will fly these boats, ladies and gentlemen. This is the hot rod class for outboard boat racing, F1. Who's in that lineup? Let's take a look at a cheat sheet here. Just like that. Beautiful ladies at SCSC. F1, Chuck Skelton with R.J. West, Mike Quindalazzi, Jude Gasper, and Spencer Love. I've been watching this Spencer Love guy and R.J. West for a long time. The whole 15 years I've been participating with SCSC in the boat racing world. And these guys were normally in these 45s, a little smaller engines, a little shorter boat. And these boats kite down the race course. The bows are high in the air. They trim them up. They've got what they call a jack plate on the back. The motor actually goes up and down the vertical. So they typically wreck these things quite a bit too, by the way. Don't put no bad mojo on them, but they pack a lot of air in the tunnel of these boats to lift the bow, make them lighter, less resistance against the water, and there's your class for physics on stuff. But I'm thinking I like that little blue and white outboard. That big old outboard on the back of it. Big looking thing. Oh my goodness, a 550 stand-up jet ski from the 80s. I had one of these things, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, the dude's in a wetsuit, got his sunglasses on, and he's on a stand-up 550 Kawasaki from the 80s. I can see the graphics. I had one. He's on his knees right now at weightless speed, headed down towards the race course and just the SES stuff and let him go by. And then what the heck is that? Looks like about a 25-foot Daytona, purple and white, gray stripes. And I think them their induction systems is called turbo charger. Yeah, turbo charger. She makes a lot of black smoke when you push the gas. So if we're going to have F1s, trying to look, I can see just 200 feet around for the last corner. About all our vantage point is merged in. It's not optimum, but because there isn't much for internet down there, like I said earlier, one bar on that fancy AT&T phone, there's not a whole lot that we can do. We are hardwired into the Pirate Inn restaurant, adjacent to the movie. It's awesome. Cabanas on the water. If you guys ain't been on there, the Pirate Inn, it's pretty else. Maybe not in November, but anywhere from May to August, it's social distance out to the gills.
Well, we got a little action going on down there. I'm not sure they're racing, but they're out there testing.
That's the those are F1s. Those long ones are F1s, man. I smell two-stroke. That's got to be that little Kawasaki jet ski. You see that little 550 jet ski
he
just going by?
He just took off that way over there.
It smells like, yeah, it smells like Blendzall.
That or castor.
Yeah, that's a bean base oil. That
castor. I think it could be castor oil.
Castor oil or Blendzall. I run some Blendzall on my Zundap 125 back in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
Zundap. Zundap had 6 forward gears and 5 neutrals.
Well, like I said, folks, we don't have, the schedule's been changed already several times this morning because of the wind factor. They can't run some of the classes, too dangerous. The ones that they have run so far.
We've ran SEs, cracker boxes, classic endurance. Yep. We ran GPS 100. We did not see any K boats.
Nope. No F1s.
No, and no GNs.
No formulas.
Definitely no F1s, no Ks, no Formula Lights.
No Grand Nationals.
I don't believe we've seen comp jets. Nope. I haven't seen no squirters.
And no, I think we ran flats. Nope, we haven't seen them yet. I don't think.
I thought maybe that unblown flat one was that one Ashley was telling us about earlier.
It could have been maybe.
I think so.
Well, if you're watching on the screen, that boat right there can.
Unblown flat was what.
Okay.
April and Ashley were telling me. We got any comments up there on the board?
Let's the good times roll.
Yeah, the good times roll. I still got a Kawasaki in the garage.
I got a Honda. I got me a Honda.
Well, you got to know if I'm dumb enough to be not dumb enough. I'm smart enough to be a cracker box owner and driver that the CR500s were my choice for desert bikes back in the late 90s and into 2000.
Oh, yeah, the CR500.
Yeah. You know, we...
beast of a bike.
We did some stupid stuff with them bikes. They had no Dick suspension. Dick's up in Sacramento now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could just about hit anything rocks. Richard Wilk, Dick.
Just whatever.
Just did the stuff. Still involved in Desert Prep on bikes and did a lot of, him and Chuck Sutton raced together back in the days. And then in 1999, we were Glen Helen for the first 24-hour endurance race. So our team was 7th overall. Chuck Sutton and those guys on the Richard Wilk prep bikes and stuff were 6th overall. And then, of course, Johnny Campbell and Hedgefield and those boys, and Jimmy Lewis and those guys They won it overall on the Honda. They rode XR600s back then.
Wow.
They're cool bikes. Yeah, I had one of those as well. Mr. Dependable, as heavy as a rock.
But it started when it was hot.
It started when it was hot. Yeah. Not like the Husabergs. I don't even think Husabergs are still around.
No,
You know, if Husaberg would have put an FCR pumper car on that motorcycle instead of a round slide Del Ordo that was off a 1962 BSA,
might still be in business.
it was a great bike. They had a they were really fast. Our 650 at the dirt wasn't dirt bike from somebody on the other magazines did a testing. It ran 126 miles an hour. Kellen Walsh rode it in the speed trials they did on the dry lake, and
Looks awful close to Ross's buoy.
yeah, that's that course buoy right there.
Yeah.
That's one of the course marker boats kind of guys keeping the play
people
See, the
out.
playboat people are starting to stage. We've got 4, 5, about half a dozen pleasure boats looking to traverse the race course, and
They
that'll
want to
have
go
to be
upriver.
upriver. They're headed for what's the next bar up the way? The Roadrunner? Is that Roadrunner?
Help us out in the
Foxes?
chat. You guys know.
What's that next bar up? We walked to it before, but by the time I got back, I forgot what name it was.
There must have been some
We
good
still didn't, and we still didn't tear
rum
that.
and coke.
And we still didn't know. We were drinking Coronas and them little tiny glasses of whatever they put in those. Little, what's that?
Jägermeister?
No, they're little glasses. They put clear-looking liquid in it, and it gets you really messed up. Shots of tequila. That's what that was.
Jeez. Oh man,
That's
that
when.
stuff.
That's when old Buster Odell shows
Roadrunner.
up. Roadrunner.
Is that the name of it?
You can walk to that from here, right? You guys? Yeah.
April seems to know
April's on it. Thank you, sweetheart.
it. I'll
Yeah.
have to hire her.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hire April. April may become our team, and then we'll see if we can meet June.
There we go.
Be a whole lot more fun in June. Look at the wind blowing this dude
I
in the
know.
outboard. Look at he's just sitting there. Look at it
He
blowing
doesn't
that.
even realize it that he's moving. They're all moving.
He's
The wind's moving everyone.
he may have the engine running. He might have been in reverse because now
He
I see
might
him
be right.
spinning the bow around. I was thinking that's awful quick. I don't think
He's-
I've ever seen that big, Jeff. I don't think I've ever seen that big of outboard before.
That is a
400.
big motor for a little boat.
This bike already looks like it's popping a wheel.
You know, it's a lot of weight back there.
Yeah, big old wheel. I wonder if old Spencer from the is paying attention to us today out there. Spencer, you out there from Diamond Marine? Probably not. We can get Spencer to talk to us and give us an update from the
They're with the most expensive toy on the water.
Which the airplane?
Yeah,
Was that a seaplane?
that was no.
I didn't even. I heard it fly by. Oh, I see it flying down on.
Right here.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention. I was
It was
busy
right
looking at my
there.
list to see what the heck I could tell people about this boat racing thing we're trying to do, and not coming up with a. Sorry about the wind noise, you guys. I got this little fuzzy ball, and you can see us back on camera. You'll put this little thing that's tickling your chin. Everything is completely so that people can notice when going upstream, upriver. Uptown.
What do we got? 8 shot?
Mm. She's saying I'm blown flat next. April is. Thank you, April.
Okay. Oh, Rick Johnson's in there. A road raper.
Is that the bad boy Rick Johnson? Or is that a different Rick Johnson?
There's a bunch of them.
Bunch of Rick Johnsons. Matt Mead up there. So that was a minute ago. I'm hearing the whistle of two-stroke horsepower. That would be. I think those are F1s. The ringy dingy 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 of two-stroke horsepower. Hanging off the back of the transom. Outboard. Back in the day, we had a little 16-footer with 100 even read on the back of it. And about the days it's kind of late yeah, these guys, those in F1s, they just plus 100 down the straightaway, popping a wheel, stand that boat up on the transom. And when they set these things and come around the corner, there's absolutely nothing. Worldwide raced boats, not just in America. You'll find the F1 boat and the Formula boats, raced all over the world, Dubai and Italy and stuff like that. And they're just absolutely insane boat races. These guys, we talk about the stainless steel ball thing. These dudes have definitely got a big ball to race these boats and drive them. And they're much more technical than a lot of the inboards. They've got to set the engine trim just exactly to carry the boat down the straightaway and maintain the speed. And then when they set these boats and drive the pontoons and sponsons down into the water, and they come down into that, and the boat hooks around the corner. They're pulling a couple of G's. G-force, no joke. I would say I haven't done the exact science on this particular class of boat. I'm just going to get up to 150 range. And you take a look at this red and blue boat, and that might be that boat of Spencer Long's. I think that was his color scheme. Maybe that's RJ West. I'm not 100% correct. Don't beat up on me if I'm wrong. Because we can't see the numbers from here. We just see the colors of the boats as they spin on and up. So, Surfrat.tv live.
All right.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Yep. Don't look like you're jumping out there in the water anytime soon. There.
We pulled up on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all in that big old that deck boat that just pulled up? That was all you guys in there?
The deck boat and the pontoon.
Yeah. Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, hardcore boaters here at the Pirates Den with us this weekend.
We've got about 10 minutes, so they're going to see us outside on the perfect patio.
Yeah, because it's safer outside. Yeah, you can maintain your social distance, and COVID it only attacks you indoors, in bars, never at Walmart or Home Depot.
Right.
Yeah, you can't get it. It's 74 people in line at Home Depot. You can't get the COVID there.
Never on
No,
Black Friday.
it doesn't happen there. It happens at your local bar where they're struggling to keep the lights on.
I know.
And that's something.
So much.
I'm from Vegas, so trust me, it is sad.
It is sad.
The greatest city that never slept is on. Daddy, I'm taking another nap.
Yeah.
All right, these definitely the hot rod outboard class for the premiere day of the 74th Thanksgiving Regatta, put on by SC Ross Wallach and his great crew of people. Some of these people I've known over 30 years. Oh, Doug Ray, back to the late 80s with that guy. What a great guy. He's dedicated. Doug gives it themselves, participates in boat racing all over the world as well as a technical advisor and a steward to the sport of outboard boat racing. Doug's knowledge is unsurpassed in the outboard classes, the ins and outs of each and every one of the classes. And Doug Ray's been a great participant and a member of SCSC for the entire time I've been around SCSC. Plus, like I said, I've known Doug since the late 80s. We owned a good company called Torino Construction, Oklahoma. You want them to take a swim?
No, just a quick turn.
Oh, yeah.
Died.
Yeah. Washed it down. Capsule comes up. So he's letting, that's a signal he's okay.
He's fine, but
must have hooked the sponson and took a little hoochie mama there, huh?
that's at number 97. Or let's see. Hold on just a sec. We'll get you a name on that. I know we got it. 97.
93, Chuck Skelton. Is that F1 or 97?
No, 97.
Those are F1s, aren't they?
No, these are.
Or those?
Jazz, come here. Jazz. You have to call the dog back. What's it?
I don't see no 97.
Okay, maybe you know.
Maybe that's a typo.
Could be.
I thought there's not the right count.
Could be. It's happened before. Got 77.
77. There you go. Mike
70.
Mandazzi. 70. Jude Gaspard.
24.
Spencer Love.
And they got the wrong number.
They got the
That'd
wrong
be
number. That's R.J.
97.
West. Yeah.
So 97 is R.J. West, not 93.
And Chuck Skelton.
We have 93. It is
Like I said,
97.
Yeah, R.J. and Spencer, both those guys have been around this boat stuff the whole time I've
I
been
don't know
doing
how
it.
the heck they got that mixed up. Let's put that 97.
Fix it, Daddy. You got the pen?
Do it. Somewhere in here. I had one. Here it comes.
You got it?
97. Scratch that 93 out.
Oh, I got to do that too?
Yeah, because you'll get mixed up.
I'll get mixed
Yeah,
up.
you get mixed up.
Look at that little hot rod out there.
Yeah, it's a nice
It's
one.
got chrome pipes.
Pipes.
Did you see the plumbing? I saw twice turbos for twice pipes. Big couple of twice pipes. So I put really fast down the river. Are we allowed to do that kind of stuff now?
Yeah, we're just playing.
We can, yeah. We can play ethical pranks.
Sure, why not?
Well, I was thinking about doing a trivia question.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So
So
we'll
we
do
got some trivia for the chat. You guys
Pl-
listening?
political trivia.
All right, let's do it.
All right. There was a commentator, pretty
Okay.
hot-looking blonde,
Right?
former participant in Fox before it became fake Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular lady, if you can, I've got a Trump 2022X shirt. And if you would like to have that shirt, I've got it down on my trailer and I'll give it to you. If you can answer this question. Who said the most likely candidate
Mm-hmm.
to get nominated for the 2016 election
Mhm.
was the dude that's there still now that ain't moving out anytime soon unless they carry
You're
him
gonna
out.
have to kick him out.
They're going to carry him out if they have to. All right, who said? Give me the lady of that lady's commentator, and your clue is pretty damn good-looking blonde-haired lady and awful darn smart.
I know what he's talking about, but
You know,
I'm not-
you
but
can't.
I'm not. I can't.
You
play.
can't wear a 2X T-shirt anyway. It
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
way
a
too big.
look like a bathrobe.
I'll be
on you.
swimming in it.
I got a 2X black Trump 2020 T-shirt that I bought for a friend
Oh,
of
by
mine.
the way, we're live, everybody. Hey.
What's up? Then he just say, I don't want that T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't want
Like, I don't want that.
I don't want that. Too big for me.
You buy me them Harley T-shirts all day long.
Yeah.
Traveling around. So what I like to do when I'm traveling around doing what I do for a living is I'll hit these Harley stores and buy T-shirts from my buddies. You know.
Right.
So, but I got a Trump 2020 T-shirt. You come tell me who that hot blonde was. Is the most likely candidate to receive the nomination for the 2016 out of the Republicans is the dude that's in there now, and they laughed at her. So that's all your clues. You come tell me who that lady's name is, and I'll give you a 2X black Trump 2020 T-shirt as soon as I can make it down to my trailer.
Might be a while.
Might be a minute, but I'm good for my word. I owe somebody $10. One of my desert racing buddies, we bet on a Supercross win one day, and I bet against that Eli Tomac was going to win, and Eli
You didn't win.
did not win that day. And I lost $10 to Paris Malone. That's one of the longtime friends of mine out there. I don't think Paris probably much. And I lost a $10 bet to him. I says, well, as long as I owe you $10, you'll never be broke. Look at that blue flag flying down there. Does that say Biden? I'm hiding with Biden.
I can't see that.
I don't think it does. I think it says
Trump train.
choo-choo.
You two are so funny. Well, thank you. We're not even trying to be funny, are we?
Are we being funny?
That's what it says in the chat.
We're just cutting up, having a good time. I think we're gonna get a visit from Buster Odell here in a little while.
Well, we're waiting to see if a couple of racers show up. We have
If
a
he
couple.
comes up, we got Lance. We got a
Lance
queen.
must come over.
Lance the Queen may show up.
We got A couple other people said they're going to show up. I don't think Scarletta was going to show up.
No, Tony's gonna stay up there.
He's racing it.
Yeah, he won't. Tony, not Tony Scarlett.
Trump 2020 all day.
No, really. Trump train.
I'm not.
Hey, how about you look?
I'm not a politician. I'm not into it.
You-
I see a lot of people getting fights over it. They lose friendship.
I befriended a couple libtards.
You see, you got
Yeah,
into it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
I
why
did.
I just don't.
She
do
was,
it.
I mean, and I dated her
Because
when
you
we
were
were
friends with them
kids.
before.
I dated her a little bit. She
There's
was
no
cute.
reason why it has
She
to.
was cute. You know,
Right?
she just
Right.
she just kept jamming her libtard crap. You know, I was like, I don't want to hear it no more. So unfriend. You know, I hate to do it, but I mean, her little brother is a dear friend of mine. I've known him. I used to work with the racing, the Valley Cycle Racing team, Las Vegas. Valley Cycle was one of the big sponsors of off road. Old Pat Friel, God rest his soul, and you know, and part back into the desert, people ground shaking.
What was his
Miranda. His name is Pat Friel.
He died.
And yeah, he there's another story we don't want to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless him.
They made they might have made a little movie kind of about something that he might have been doing back in the day. I think the name of that movie was Blow.
Oh boy,
Yep. A guy named George Young.
I know that movie.
I might have answered the phone one time when George Young called the office I worked at. I'm not telling
Wow.
no more. I'm gonna stay out of that conversation.
That was pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah,
I
they
guess.
call them mules. Yep, the guy I worked for apparently was a mule.
Well, she said something, but she retracted. She retracted her message.
Took it out of there. I got a buddy of mine lives down in Hollywood. He's a little weird, Hollywood. He's a good guy.
You think?
But,
Most
oh
people
yeah,
that live there are.
oh yeah, he gets mad at me if I don't exactly answer him right away. And I'm thinking, you know, it's like Stuart, I'm freaking busy. I got a beautiful 13-year-old. Shout out to my daughter Serenity Lee. I know she's now listening. She's down there hanging out with the penalty box 42 cracker box crowd.
Hanging in the pits, huh?
Yeah. You know, Julian Rucky down there with Richard Rucky, the champion boat racers up from Northern California. They came all the way from Northern California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a long
we're
drive.
Compton.
It's like what?
No, Compton's LA.
13-hour drive or something?
Somewhere, oh shit, 13 all day long.
13 hours.
Yeah, and they're all the way up there by San Francisco, and they're down here with the Woodbox P85, shaking it down a little bit. It needs a lot of shaking down. It's just an old race boat that everyone else has just spent more money.
Yeah.
In its day, a very competitive boat. It's a good looking wood boat. And, you know, until you get a chance to walk up and down the pits down here at the La Paz County campgrounds and adjacent to where we're at,
RV park
yeah,
down
the
there.
RV park, yeah. You know, the nice thing about this environment of racing and drag racers, you can walk through the pits.
Yep.
You can give the
Doesn't cost to get
you
in.
can give the new COVID knuckle thingy.
That's right.
Instead of the hugs and kisses that we used to always give. And I never got sick before. I don't know why they do now. But, you know, and you can visit with, and the racers just ask, ladies and gentlemen, just ask when you get in the hot pits of an area and you can get in and say, hey, look, can I see your boat? Can you tell me about it? And that's the most flattering thing for a race boat owner or a
They
driver
love
or
it. They'll
whatever.
tell you everything about
You know,
it.
that will give you the rundown. I take, and you know, when I've got my boat in the water, I've got a bunch of those. I bought a box, what's called a gross, 144 checkered flag hats. And they're kid-size hats, and we give them out to the kids. All right, and we put them in the boat, and you're a winner too. And I set these little boogers in my boat, and they get on the wheel, and they're doing this and everything, you know, Jeff. And it's like, they just glow. And you plant the seed of racing anything in a child, and they'll dream about it, and then someday then they get your dad's and mom's gonna tell them, son, if you want that new motorcycle or that little boat or whatever, you got to get your grades.
You got to work for
You
it.
got to get your grades. I was not
Get
allowed
your
to
grades
ride.
out,
I was
work
not
for it.
allowed to ride my dirt bike. My dad was easy on me. C's are better, boy, and you can ride that dirt bike. You get them D's, F's for dummies. You don't get to ride the dirt bike. D for dummy, F for failure. Nope, didn't get those. Got probably a couple of D's, but the C thing are better, and got to ride my dirt bike. So there you go. But so now we set these little kids up in the boat, and they sit behind the wheel, and they make you know, and give them a hat. And just, you know, it makes my heart warmer. And then these people, the boat owners and the boat drivers and stuff, will gladly share an experience with you guys. And you can learn more about why on a cold, windy Thanksgiving weekend we would all travel hundreds of miles. I traveled 193 miles from my house to get here. All right, from Las Vegas down. And I didn't bring a race boat. I came down here to volunteer my time to say silly crap on the internet with you guys and try to set and then maybe call some races. You know, I have a colorful presentation at times. I like to do this. I've
heck
done
yeah.
the best in the desert for many years before Boring George took over. And hi, George, if you're out there, I love you, buddy, but sometimes you're wrong. But
Hey, you know, it's better to speak the
but
truth.
you know what, dude? He's there for. He's been there
It's better to
15.
speak the truth than
He's
go
what is it?
around the bush, you know?
2020, 2020.
Well,
He
let
took
people
over.
know.
He took over in 2005 when I got thrown in jail. Then I got in La Paz County. The La Paz County jail is not near as nice as La Paz County campground, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. So Ross is letting boats go by. We're
Yeah,
seeing
so we're
boats
gonna
go by.
little
So we're
breaker.
gonna have a breaker put here.
I think they're hoping.
There goes that twin turbo. Look at that thing. The porpoise coming out of the hole.
Oh, we're not showing it. Let's show it.
Did you get it? There it goes.
Well, we did.
I'll tell you what.
We're a
that-
little late on it. But
yeah. That's it. It's coming
it
up.
happens.
There, if you guys have ever spent any time down in the river, and I'm sure most everybody has, during the season, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars in boats.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then
Every
you get up to Pirates Cove. Holy smoke! We rolled in there in a home built kind of little jet boat a few years ago at Pirates Cove, and we were certainly the B team. Look, and there was a couple of big cats at the end of the dock off of Pirates Cove up there. I will bet you money $500,000. Just absolutely incredible.
And they're all over the place.
That's a Carrera right there. You know, that's what Bob did in Carreras.
Carrera boat's nice.
That's a decent boat. We got to drive back in '94 for the hot boat calendar. I got a 27 Carrera. It was an interesting boat back in its day. It was a little chine walkie, but and I also
That's
got
about
to,
a 27 right
that's
there.
a cat though. That's long before. That's a 25 cat. It says on the
25?
side there. Yeah, 25 is what it says there. But you know, they weren't making the cats back then in the mid '90s.
What are we showing here? What are we looking at? We're looking at the other side of the river. She's showing some of the.
Oh, that's
Houses.
one of the little. You know,
She's
that's
showing the houses on the side there.
California residential properties and the teeny houses we were talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
little tiny house.
Yeah, you know, the
Teeny
porch.
weeny.
You know, teeny weeny got a porch. But that little critter, that's a pretty good little cat.
We don't have any bumpers, huh?
Mhm.
Anyways, so
Gonna
we're
have
still,
some bumps.
I think we're still waiting for the wind to die a little before we start getting a lot of these boat races underway.
I text them.
Sorry for the delay here. There will be racing tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, even I'm not getting through to anybody in the pits. I'm up to a whole whooping 2 bars on my phone. I got here in my hand, but the messages aren't going out blue when I know I'm texting other iPhone numbers. So not happening.
We got a bunch of people on the dock, so the camera's gonna get a little wobbly for a minute until they walk up off the dock. So if you see the camera wobbling, that's because we've got people.
Hardcore boaters, if you're out this on a pleasure boat on this beautiful, I mean, beautiful Thanksgiving weekend. If you're inside, and I would not be inside watching football, by the way.
It's Hall College today.
I don't care. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't much. It goes
Tomorrow we
back,
should start earlier. I would say by 9 o'clock we should be racing. Tomorrow.
especially if the program doesn't get filled today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll also push a morning program to catch up for today. That'll be hot foot, bam, bitty, bam, bitty, bam, bitty,
Yeah,
bam.
because we don't want to have to be here Sunday if we don't have to be.
Nope. Now
Right, that looks like
that's
the
that
flop.
pretty. That's that yellow boat again that we like so much. I think
That's
that's back.
Fitzgerald.
Yep.
It's Fitzgerald in the 24.
Oh, that would be a capsule. So this might be
So this might be the what?
unblown flat. Was it in that unblown flat?
Hey, yeah. Taz.
Is that yellow boat? Then it? The 55 maybe? Ontario. There's their master, huh? Taz is being a little poop.
Yeah, so look for us around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to be live. That's approximate too, so give or take.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We were hoping for a better day.
You know, weather guys and women are kind of like doctors and lawyers.
You know they can't get fired, right?
No, because
Weathermen?
because they can't be wrong.
They can't be wrong.
Because they blame it on God. God just decided to make the wind blow longer than we
Or
thought.
or it rain or whatever.
Now this dude's in shorts on that stand-up jet ski. We've got flat bottoms on the water, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not 100% sure which class. And its schedule got juggled in order to dance around what they could run with the weather conditions the way they are. Like I said, we've got our guy down here with a little 550 jet ski that's putting on a little show for us, and he's in short wetsuit-looking thingy.
Some people just don't get cold. I don't know.
I've been here in the April races for the SCSE, the Spring Classic, and it might have been a little swim at that time in the Cracker Box. And I remember they're racing.
They're definitely racing. We're down here at the south end, folks. I'm sorry about the view here. We were hoping the race course was going to be going the opposite way, but unfortunately we're stuck right here. So we do get to see turn 2.
Yeah, call it turn 2. This is a tight race course. So it's a 1-2 turn, not necessarily a 3-4. You get up to Burley, Idaho, where they race around the island.
You got 3
That's
4 turns there.
from 5-6 turns.
That's a wide river, though.
That's big, and you go all the way around the island. That's a 1.25 mile race course. Well, this is probably a little less than a mile.
Then they disappeared back behind the island when you were filming. Oh, we got one over. We got one over.
We got a swimmer?
Yeah, we got one over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got us a swimmer.
And I believe we got that on
And
film.
that is excellent. We got it.
You gotta watch.
Orange helmet.
You gotta watch on the replays.
All right.
Sorry,
I'm busy
nobody
making
put
sure
your
we got
video
us
with
we got somebody that. All right, I see helmet.
Yeah, he's up. I saw a hand up.
All right, we saw hands.
Hand up.
We see the boat. Now, see, that's what you are when he's looking over at his investment in his race boat and he sees the bow staying high like that. That means that the air is packed and created the balloon for it for the flotation that it needs. But it will
sink.
It will keep
Takes a little
bubbling
time.
down. They keep bubbling down, and I can see it kind of bubbling down a little bit. But
It'll
away
take
it
time.
goes.
Driver's okay. Hands in the air.
Yeah,
He's all right.
that's a good thing. So the first thing is obviously secure the safety of the driver.
Yep.
And
Don't worry
then
about
the second boat, the other boat will come in and hook a tether to the front bow eye, and then it's a whole series of. Takes about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to get that boat back up and float it enough to get it back on the trailer and get it back secure, and then the dewatering process will start.
But that boat won't be racing again today.
Chances are pretty darn slim that they would get it racing tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be tough.
We've done it with the Cracker Boxes a few times. You know, I've gone swimming a few times. And in 2010 at Firebird, we took that boat for a swim. And we got 10 and a half hours of hard work. Jimmy Matthews, Willoughby, and all the boys helping us get it back going. We did get it back going and got it in the water until we broke the crankshaft. Secured enough points to win the 2010 inaugural Cracker Box Pro Championship. Which was,
I'll tell you what, he's cold in that water right now.
his adrenaline's pumping. He doesn't even realize he's in the water.
Oh, that's true.
So
Many K boats out there today.
I don't think there was only one.
Not
cable.
yet. We haven't seen any on the water, if that's what you're asking. They probably won't run those till later. The wind's still a little high right now.
What not to do.
What not to do,
in
yes.
your Cracker Box.
Yep, I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I did that. That was me. What not to do in your Cracker Box is go for a swim. What not to do in your flat bottom
Is go for a
is
swim.
go for a swim.
What not to do in any boat.
Correct.
Go for a swim, but it
I
happens.
heard they had a little boat wreck up here on the river a few days ago, and a red boat, a coal with a wing on the back, and they went for a little swimming pool.
Little swimmer, huh?
Yeah, the coupler came apart. I saw some pictures.
All right,
It
you got
wasn't
the boat.
cool at all.
You got the boat up.
So yeah,
Got it pulling. Getting the water out of it now.
yeah.
I'm not sure if the driver's still in the water or... Can't to see. That
Yeah,
far.
there's somebody attending to him. He might probably got a little crack on the ribs now. Sometimes you go outside the boat, you hit the side of the
Boat, and you get
boat,
the,
and you crack some ribs a bit. So I don't see him with the basket yet.
Not
There's
yet,
a couple
no.
of divers there, and then they bring it through. There's the lift boat right there, the red
Yeah.
wide one. That's going to be the boat that's got the basket on it. I'm pretty sure you can position it and try to scoop him up out of the water.
that's the rescue boat there. Yep.
You know, Ross's his whole rescue team of people are just on it. I've been in these boats. Like I said, I've gone swimming a few times, and these guys have come and got me. And they are top shelf divers, certified, all EMT medical assistant people. You are, when you do crash one of these things, you are in good hands in this group from LCS to get you out of the water.
Right. Windy and Havasu, huh? Yeah, that's not too far.
Back in the 90s, on Thanksgiving weekend, we was up in Havasu partying. I'm telling myself again that we did some partying. We were out in a fountain, 33-foot execution, a couple of big blower motors, and it was a little chilly at 100 miles an hour across Havasu and about 5 foot of chop, and that old execution of it just whistle. All right, we get the basket in position. And we get this boat racer up and out of the water, get the correct medical attention for him. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like everything's good.
They do this for safety precaution, folks. No matter what, when you crash a boat, they're going to put you in the basket and get you on shore. They're going to check you out. They're going to make sure you're okay before they allow you to even go back to your pins.
What they'll do is they'll keep you in the basket, and this happened to me. I can tell you exactly from experience on the same body of water.
Yep.
They keep you in the basket. They're going to pull you up on the shore. They're going to get you up on the shore. Then if you can set up, they're going to set you up. They're going to cuff you and put the blood pressure cuff. They're going to do all your vitals. They're going to check your heart rate. They're going to check your pupil dilation. The whole 9 yards. They're going to go straight down the list of things that they would do in any type of accident type event like that. Doing
that's
what
why
they're trained to do.
That's right. That's why you see them on the board right now.
Doing what they're trained to do, and
We're gonna bring them over.
Like I said, this driver is in good hands. I've been in these people's hands. These are the same dedicated the medical officials that work with the SCSC crew at all these events. And
You got the crane out. You lift them up now.
Yep. When you tip one over, you're in good hands.
You might get cold, but you're in good hands.
Definitely when you go.
It's gonna be cold out there. So you can watch it on the video right here.
So yeah.
Or over here is even clearer.
Actually, there we go. That's even easier to see now. We got our camera on it. I'm trying to watch it live, and I'm getting a better
Yeah,
view
a
from
lot
the
of people
camera.
do that when they announce with me. They don't realize that you can watch the computer and announce right off the computer. You don't have to watch the event. But it is good to see where the boats are and where they're at, how close they are. But like I said, it looks like they got them up on the board now. Now they're going to lift them into the boat. You can see the winch going.
Yeah, I've done that. I've been that boy in the basket.
You've been in that basket. Huh?
I've been in that basket on that boat. Look at the
Same
diver
boat.
coming out. The diver coming out and get back in the boat.
Yep.
All right.
He's all done with his job.
So you got a couple of different people in these boats. You've got a boat driver, a guy that's also trained as an emergency medical technician, IDMT. Right, and then you've got the jumper, the first guy in. These rescue crews know exactly who's going to do what. They do the same thing every time. I don't care if you wrecked a flat bottom like this guy just did, or you wrecked a cracker box or a K-boat. The difference would only be if you have a capsule boat with air, and then the air system kicks on.
Right.
They'll pull the capsule up with you in it.
Right.
And then secure the capsule. All right, and then
Make sure you're okay.
then exit you out of the capsule on the boat if the capsule comes separate. Which more so in drag boat racing than in circle boat racing.
So there he goes, folks. They got the driver on the boat.
Yep.
Gonna go check him out, make sure he's all right. The boat's already probably over where they're gonna pull it into the trailer.
Yeah, they'll takes a little bit. They usually take a short lap around the race course kind of thing to get the boat enough water out of it so they can get it to float some where the transom isn't still submerged, and then they can get it up with
So that wreck she got a good shot of it, but like I said, it happened really fast. So we'll have to watch the replay on that later on tonight. But I do believe she got.
And
that.
now the wind's picked back up again.
Yes, it does.
Well, you know, I would offer an apology for the wind, but I can't do anything about it.
No,
If I could control the weather, I wouldn't have to do this. I'd be
Right.
walking on water or something. But here's another boat full of folks out on this beautiful chilly, windy Arizona side of the river day. Pirates Den, thank Pirates Den and their hospitality for letting us set up Surfnet.tv over here for a bit. Heck yeah, y'all. Looks like that old ski nautique out there dumping the ballast tanks a little bit. They got water just purging on the side of that. These ski boat things are so cool compared to what there was when I was a kid. These wakeboard boats and stuff. They push all that water in these ballast tanks and make them make bigger weights and stuff so they can become higher. Fancy tricks. My water skiing days are over. I skied about 3 years ago. Better on flat record now. Racing days are about to come to an end. We'll sell that little cracker box, ride the Harleys, and chase the chicks. Yep, they got that boat back up and on plane. They got it planing, and so what happens is they got flapper valves in the transom. So once they get the valve up out of the water and they tow the boat around the big circle, and if you guys are here watching us on Surfnet.tv here at the La Paz County Campground, you'll see that now the reach boat is floated, let's call it. They'll tow it at speed and get it to where it'll stay afloat. No water back up over the transom of the boat, and then we'll get it on the trailer, and that team has got their work cut out for them. Let me tell you, the fuel tank's now contaminated through the vents. The engine oil is junk. Basically, they'll drain all that stuff out, and then the saving grace here is if you didn't realize this, is they'll go down to the store and get 5 gallons of diesel, and they'll run diesel fuel through that engine to save from the rust part of it, the whole 9 yards, and kind of give it a coating of diesel fuel and get everything to save that, and then they'll run some clean oil back through it and everything. And many times, if the boat didn't break up or whatever, within, I would say, 6, 8, 10 hours of a team of people working on a race boat like that to get the water back out of it, pump the fuel out and put new fuel in it, new oil and stuff, and they're runnable and startable. Back in some of you people out there on Surfnet.tv know Rob McCackran, one of the greatest off-road racers of all time, actually the winningest off-road racer of all time. Back when he was 17 years old, we were in an area of Lake Mead called Jet Ski Cove, and he sunk one of these brand new 650 Kawasaki stand-ups.
Oh boy.
And his dad was just pissed. He just bought him that,
Bob?
And I'm like, yeah, just relax. We got this. We do this shit all the time, man. We've done this before. Ain't no big deal. So we grab it, we go dive down and hook on skis on about 12 feet of water, man. Skis on the bottom of Jet Ski Cove right out the point there. We towed the ski back, get it up out of the water, and pull the hood off and turn it upside down. And they're looking at us like we're crazy. And I go, we got this, watch. We got this. Got a lighter? Give me this, give me that. Give me some WD-40. So we flipped it around and we cleaned it out, put some fresh gas in it, took a lighter to the spark plugs, and get them wet off, and sprayed WD-40 down on the cylinders with the plugs out, and spun it over pretty hard. Shit went everywhere. WD-40 up there. Up, and he's just McCackran, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he's only 17 years old. He just started his off-road career in buggies and stuff, and he just gets a present from Dad, and he thought he just messed the deal up. I'm like, buddy boy, you don't worry about it. So we got it. So we put the plugs back in it, some fresh fuel, lit that thing off, and got a high five from Dad, and young Rob McCackran was able to take back off and enjoy his new toy Daddy had bought him at 17. Some crazy. Been around these boys for a minute. All good people, love racing. just like us.
Right.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Yep. Smell of race gas in the air is nothing like it.
The weather we could do without, but
Yeah.
hopefully tomorrow will be a little nicer.
Yeah. We're my Wolverine that I bought at Tampa Name Goes Harley Davidson up there in Lehigh, Utah. Actually, Linden, I guess it was.
That's a cool Rob Mack story.
He's a great guy, but you know, Rob McCachran's one of the most just super nice guys. He'll always stop and shake your hand. You know, he sees me and he
Polite
just
too.
smiles.
Very polite.
Gentleman, you know, and he looks at me
He's
and
not stuck up.
he's got that smirk on his face like, oh my God, what's Marshall going to say now? You know, doing my best in the desert years. Interviewed him quite a few times. Robbie Gordon.
Oh,
Travis Pastrana, now there's a hoot to talk to.
Oh yeah, Travis.
We were in the Red Bull Concierge when they did that race in, what was it, 2005 or something. They did it in race course thing at the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I was with Greg Espinosa and the Red Bull boys, and we're sitting in there. You know, they got like this converted Airstream into a party bus thing where they got the big Red Bull tents. Everybody's seen those and stuff, and we're sitting in there. So here comes Robbie Gordon, and Pastrana's in tow. Pastrana's there, and I'm sitting between these guys, and we might have been drinking some Red Bulls. And they put that little funny white clear-looking stuff in them, and it makes you get
Vodka?
all. I think that's what it is.
Vodka.
Absolutely, something another called absolutely.
Absolutely vodka.
Yes, absolutely vodka.
Yes.
And we're this little twisted, and you know that just kicks my personality into gear sometimes. You know.
Twisted sister.
Yes. And we're sitting there, and Robert Gordon's very conservative. He doesn't hoot and holler and raise a whole bunch of hell. He's a
Pretty quiet guy.
pretty laid back dude, pretty confident in his standing in this racing world.
Oh yeah.
And he sits back and of course Pastrana's feeding off of everything. Oh, Jimmy Lewis was in there. Jimmy's chill dude too, man. He's still doing some tours and stuff. What a great motorcycle racer he was in the day. And we're all sitting around there just doing things. Of course, you know, the whole Red Bull crew just recruits all these homely looking chicks to serve drinks to us. And
We're live again.
you know I'm lying when I'm telling you Red Bull.
we had to get them live for this story.
We know that the girls in the Red Bull tent was that. We're just sitting there and having some, talking about the good old days, and Pastrana talking about what he's got coming up and bringing Red Bulls and Spike Red Bull
With that funny white stuff in it. The clear white.
that clear absolutely stuff in it. Yep, gives you a headache the next day for certain. I think we might get some
But they
racing
keep
back
drinking.
underway.
Not yet.
I don't.
I was in the same boats over out, just going back in.
We're getting
Those are the same ones.
yeah, because they red flagged that event, so they're bringing the race boats in and just wherever they were at on the race course, they stopped. So we got this. So they're kind of back in position. I think we might see some racing here again. So if we just saw unblown flat, then it goes back into the junior hydro and SAHs and stuff like that. So that's all classes that we know that aren't going to be able to run in this.
Not in this wind.
I'm surprised Ross put the off-runs.
I know, well.
That was a ball I really.
That wasn't. I didn't crash because of the wind. He crashed in the turn.
Yeah, he hooked us.
We hooked his turn.
He hooked the sponsor.
So we can't blame the
wind.
wind on that. Besides that, he was coming downwind. It wasn't going up.
That was a little.
That was a
spinning
driver mistake.
It's easy to do in this.
If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn.
You push the boundaries and you go swimming.
You find out how much you can push at that point.
Yeah. See, I would go fancy stores. I'd go get a coach first. See the mid-season, then the coach. We're doing a Tapestry is the brand on there, and coach. I'm doing a Stuart Wiseman up in Vegas right now. I was a Coach Men's before. Tear them up. Yeah, I got in trouble. We demoed the store without covering the windows. People that signed them were really pissed at me. They get over. We just have like a time. Build these fancy stores and get to make a little bit of money and work for.
Everyone will be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll survive no matter what happens in the political arena. I think it's still gonna. The sun's still gonna come up and east, set in the west. The river's still gonna be here.
Yep.
As long as we can afford to buy race gas, we'll come down here and run around a little bit in there. What's that say on the side? That audio element?
Yeah, audio 8.
Audio element. Dude, look at the speakers on the arch in that boat.
I bet you it cranks.
Turn it up. I want to hear a little Sweet Home Alabama.
Auto element.
Audio element.
Hmm.
I ran out of a shop in Vegas called Audio Excellence. Ron Canosa does my stereo stuff on my boats and cars.
Very nice.
And a boat that has a stereo and cars. The race boat does not have a stereo. Although maybe I ought to put one in it.
Might make you
Turn
go
it
faster.
into a playboat.
You know,
Playboat cracker box.
play some Metallica while you're racing.
Yeah. I like Metallica.
Might go faster.
Metallica's on my playlist.
You
Yeah.
might go faster.
Metallica's on my playlist. Yeah. Do that. Or, you know what I run across? I run across the Hue with this wolf totem thingy. Bob, you guys heard this new song that's out not too long ago?
I have not.
They chanting some Mongolian stuff. Dude, you guys got to look up the Hue wolf totem, and it's wild and it rocks. Turn it up, and there's a full-on English version. You know, with the guy from Papa Roach or something like that comes in and helps sing.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they got a full-on Mongolian version of it, and they just where they're doing the Mongolian chant thing.
Yeah.
Dude, this song freaking rocks, man.
Rocks it, huh?
Yeah, when I was up in the Salt Lake area, I run across the radio station. I played a lot of this stuff, and then at night they do a show with Steve Gorman rocks. Steve Gorman was the drummer of the Black Crowes, you know, and it's just interesting stuff. You know, I learned a lot about rock and roll, kind of like I learned about racing. Back in the day, it was Casey Kasem's American Top 40 every Saturday morning, you know.
Oh, yeah. My mom
know,
listened to that every day.
You turn on the radio and you listen to Casey Kasem, and he always had a little side story, something that made it a little more interesting.
Oh,
What
yeah.
we're
He was a
trying to
good
do,
commentator.
kind of what we're trying to do for
We're
you
trying to
guys
keep
here.
you guys entertained.
We're
We
trying.
really are.
We're trying to.
Whether it's a story about Casey Kasem or
we're trying to
Muhammad
say,
Ali, we're going to talk
in.
about him.
I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. George can't hit what George can't see. Now he sees me, now he don't. The classic.
I know you've heard that one.
The classic was Muhammad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay.
Yep. I want Joe Frazier. I want Joe Frazier.
You got him, too.
Rope a dope.
Didn't they both beat each other once, though?
Yeah, they were 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Yeah, 1-1. Joe Frazier, something. Now this Mayweather guy got a bucket of money, don't he?
Who does?
Mayweather.
Oh,
Floyd Mayweather Jr. Oh my gosh,
He got rich after his last fight.
Yeah.
Real rich.
What was that? What was that guy? The Irish dude or whatever.
Nobody even remembers his name because
Dude, I can't. He was
You know what I mean?
Dana's boy. He's
the
doing the
guy. I know you're talking
UFC. Yeah, what was his
about. He
name?
went to boxing.
McGregor.
McGregor. Yeah, Matt.
And he's doing this stuff. What the heck is that?
It's not going to win no
Dude,
boxing match.
Shit, I'm gonna
It's a little
barf.
different.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You put me in the ring for $10 million with
I'll let
Mayweather.
him hit me.
I'll
and
let
knock
him
me
knock. I'll let him knock my
Knock
ass
me
out.
out.
But you ain't gonna see me cat paw his ass. I'm gonna cut and duck, and my old butt gonna sneak around and run
He's
from
going to have
him.
to work for it.
I'm gonna run from him. I'm gonna make him chase me around that ring 20 laps, just like a race course. Man, like we're gonna do a quick moto. Do my old motocross here. We're gonna motocross. He's gonna have to catch me. I'm gonna double jump around him and the whole
That's
9 yards
right.
for $10 million. They're gonna.
Heck yeah.
I'll guarantee you there won't be nobody saying I cat pawed him.
Or, there won't be anyone saying that
Dude,
wasn't
I'm
worth
not
my
saying
money.
I want to look. I'm not saying I want to get in the ring with McGregor or Floyd Mayweather Jr. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I got in a ring with him for $10 million, you're gonna pay me that much money? I'd put on a hell of a better show than cat paw. I watched that live. We paid $100 or something for that at my buddy Jack's house, and we're all over there and we're looking at it in disbelief. We're like, what the hell was this guy doing? And then I looked around at everybody. They says he's making $10 million, whether he wins or loses.
Doesn't matter what he's doing.
I don't care how
Making the big
stupid he
bucks.
looks. He's making $10 million.
Besides here, where do they run the F1 races? That is
All
close.
over the world.
No, that is close. They want to know.
Close.
Somewhere from here.
Um,
Cali, Bakersfield, don't they run them up there? No.
Ross has brought them back into the SESE environment. Typically, they had run at Havasu,
Yeah.
okay, with a different organization that does this kind of stuff back, you know, with you know, we're going to get some more information on that for you guys. We're
Yeah,
going to
we
reach
will.
out more tomorrow morning. Tune in.
Well,
When we come
we'll
back
update
tomorrow,
them
we're gonna be able to tell you where you can see these F1s. I think there's some
We'll find out.
and you can find them on. I know that we've seen some stuff on MAV TV and also some of the other sports channels that you can get your cable provider. But I will tell you that some of the most exciting boats to watch run are the F1 boats.
Watching from Texas, all right. Welcome.
T-Haas. Where in Texas? Where in Texas are we?
It says on there Port Neches. Port Neches.
Ah, nachos. They get lots of nachos in Texas. We got friends in Texas. There's another boat full of people.
You gotta get behind there for broadcasting. We're gonna park right in front of our camera. Can't do that, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we love you, man.
We love you, but we can't let you do that.
No bueno. There's a Bayliner, the largest boat manufacturer in the world.
Let's get on there and see what's happening out there.
And there's an Advantage. That's about the same size boat. I was in the calendar in a boat about that big back in '94.
You know, though, I still like the glitter paint jobs.
Look at that, like the old bass boats.
You know what I mean?
That is cool as
Isn't that
heck.
cool?
That's a kind of a neat green encre right
I
there.
like that a lot.
Yeah.
I really do. These guys want to dock up here, but you can't. Not while we're running a race. Unless they can get right in there. I don't think they can.
I am blown away at how many pleasure boats are out here, Jeff. I can't believe it. I mean, it's chilly,
It's
windy.
freezing out here, and they're out there in their pleasure boats.
That's hardcore boaters for you, and that's the kind of people we want to see out here at these
They're the
boat
real
races
deal.
to help watch. You know, yeah, that's good spectators right there.
That's a real deal. Now, isn't there a place they can bring their boat in if they go in right here and dock up?
Yeah, there's a little ramp thing right there.
You
There's
go
a little,
right in, yeah.
there's a little bit of a cove, is what that would be called, or a marina.
I know they're bummed that they can't park there, but one boat could get in right there.
No, let's don't brag about it. Then one wants to be
Then-
two, and then
yeah, I
three's
know.
four, and
Yeah,
five, then
yeah,
pretty
you're
soon.
right. And then everybody wants to park there.
Yeah.
They don't need to be here. They're not coming in to eat anyway.
No, maybe not.
We do have a lot of pleasure boats showing up.
What was 4 or 5 earlier is
Well,
now
the
20.
wind, the wind died a little bit, and everybody said, "Well, I guess we're
Well,
going to
you
take the
got
boat
to
out."
remember, yesterday was Thanksgiving. They probably ate a little turkey and washed it down with some of them Red Bulls and that little clear stuff to make Red Bull jack up.
Right.
Hot Rod Red Bull.
Big shout out to all our sponsors. How about that? Let's give them all a big shout out. We got
Nick Rhodes Insurance.
Oh,
Nick
yeah,
is
Nick Rhodes.
incredible.
Nick's-
Incredible.
Nick's the
Amsoil.
icon of boat racing. I swear.
Parker Oil.
Parker
Got your
Oil
race
right here.
gas right there, right here in Parker.
That's right.
Brink Property Management.
Oh, yeah.
Race Tech Pistons. Twisted Liquid Marine.
Yep.
And that says Hot Rods Hobbies.
Oh yeah, the hobby store, Hot Rod Hobbies. That's in Havasu.
Yeah, and then Absolute Speed and Marine.
Oh yeah,
I like that logo. That logo's going 100
Really
miles
cool,
an
yeah.
hour
yeah, it's nice.
right there. Yeah, that's moving. It's the 74th annual Thanksgiving Regatta put on by SCSC. Ross Wallach and his family of diehard
And we can't forget
supporters.
about surfrat.tv.
Surfrat.tv.
Don't forget about
Surfrat.tv.
surfrat.tv. Tell everybody it's really easy to find this race.
Surfrat.tv.
All you have to do is go to surfrat.tv. and
Did you say surfrat.tv?
surfrat.tv? It'll get you right here. You just click on surfrat.tv. It'll say the race. You click on the race, and here you are. It's that easy, guys. Share it. We should have more than 37 people. I know we don't have any good racing yet, but hey, tomorrow we will. How's that?
We had 650 something the last time we did this at the spring race after when I told you about seeing Elvis.
Yeah,
Elvis was in his white suit when I saw him
that's right. We had
with
a
the
lot
big
of
collars,
we had
the
a
big
lot of
collars and the
viewers for that.
sparkly bling. You know, this was before Elvis had the belly where you could
Oh yeah. Yep.
This was slim Elvis that I saw
hmm
as the boat
The young Elvis,
young 30-year-old Elvis.
youngster.
Before I saw all of the chimney
Get some coconut shrimp
out the brand.
and a Hawaiian pizza at Person. That sounds really good.
Coconut
Shrimp and Hawaiian pizza. They both sound really good right now.
Does that mean it's pineapple on the Hawaiian pizza?
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds really good right now. I don't know what we're doing here, but
It's
are we still racing, or are they calling it?
you know what? The wind's kind of died down a smidge again. I mean, it doesn't look quite as rough looking upriver like what we can see. You
Oh,
know,
looks good.
to the bottom quarter of the race course. What are we on? Arizona time at 1:43, and it's a beautiful afternoon. Friday the 27th. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. He's 86 years old.
Wow,
man.
happy birthday to your pops.
His name's Delbert. And that's kind of the hick name. Of course, you're born in Missouri, you're going to get a
Well,
hick
yeah,
name.
kind
Huh?
of goes with the territory.
Yeah. And he's in Missouri, and my brother takes care of him.
Right.
And I got to talk to my brother. I don't talk to Dad. He can't hear anyway, so what the hell? So I just tell my brother what to tell him. So, but
There
my
you go.
dad's the guy that got me, that taught me how to water ski behind the Glen all the time in my cracker box.
So he
And that's-
planted the seed.
he planted the seed. Dirt bikes and boats.
Just racing in general, just
Yeah,
riding,
just
racing,
the whole,
whatever it is.
the whole,
just get out there
the whole
and do it.
thrill.
Don't be a lazy kid and stay
No,
at home and play
no.
video games, man.
No, get out, fresh air.
I never got a boy. I have 2 girls, but I never
I got
did.
2 girls.
I got them both a motorcycle. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Well, Serenity was racing BMX for a while, and then
Yep. So was
they
mine.
moved her to the 9-year-old class, and she got her ass whooped pretty good
Then
by
she
the
didn't like it
9-year-old.
no more,
But
huh?
she hated it.
I don't like it no more.
I mean,
I can't even win.
I got a freaking chrome red line in the garage hanging on a hook. Daddy, I think I want to do the race bike again. I'm thinking,
You got to start again.
oh, I don't know. If she wants to do it, she can do it. She's done gymnastics. See, girls, they change their mind like they change their clothes. It's
We'll
okay.
make sure these guys aren't going to try to park here again. We got a lot of people.
Pontoon,
A lot of people thinking they can park here.
party pontoon. How many people they got on that boat? I wonder if they got. If you got a life vest for each of those person limits, Nevada boat
Yeah,
registry.
he is going to try to get in there, isn't he?
No. That dock is closed right there, y'all.
Dock's closed.
Outboard pontoon.
Sometimes we have
1, 2,
to
3, 4.
Let people know. I know he wants to squeeze that
It's
thing
got
in there,
like
but
9 people on that
he's
boat.
going to have to go down into the place. It's hard to see here. Our camera girl's on the edge of the dock. I mean, I'm talking the edge.
Literally 1 inch
No, not
on
even
the
that.
tripod.
It's,
1
it's,
inch.
it's on the edge. On the edge.
Oh, right on the
tripod.
on the ribbon.
Right on the edge.
Holy smoke! Okay,
So,
I hear V8 engine.
Yes, I do.
Engines.
Yep, I do too. We got some race boats on the water, folks. And it looks like it's the same guys that were out there.
Yep. So they're going to run the finish of this heat with only the 4 boats out of what was 5.
No,
that's
a
different.
different class.
Well, that's that Conley 21 GN boat that's out there. So that's going to be
The
GPS 100. That'll be GPS 100. Our little fancy cheat sheet
Try to get
tells
that out there.
GPS
Let's see
100.
if they get this race off with no glitches here.
The number 40 Slowpoke, Dustin Daly,
right.
717, barely wet with Tim Hoffman at the wheel. And then the 155, what does that say?
Twitter pattern.
Twitter pattern?
Yeah, Twitter pattern.
Oh my goodness, what the heck is that, Dave?
Twitter
Tell me.
pattern? I don't know.
I have no idea. That might be something to go investigate later.
Twitter pattern. guys.
Cream Bennett, 55, Dustin
Cream
Lyle. The mint?
Bement.
The mint?
Yeah, Bement.
Whatever's that.
Cream Bement. That's the Bements. Yep.
Oh, that what that is. Dale
Strictly.
Baker.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's that Conley boat that I'm telling
That
you
is
about.
the
That's
one,
a
yeah,
GN boat,
Strictly
107
Business.
Strictly Business. Robert Conley, 90 years old.
Can you believe that?
Wyatt McAllister, I wet
I
my.
hope I make
met-
it to 90.
Me and you both,
I
buddy.
don't think I will.
Wyatt, the young man that's driving this boat for Mr. Conley, young stud, big husky boy,
Uh-huh.
and that's the kind of young man that takes the wheel on them GN
And
boats.
he's
They
in
are
which boat is he in?
He's out the red,
the 107?
the yellow 107 with
The big one, the big yellow
The
107 that
biggest,
you
yeah.
saw go down. Okay?
the biggest physically sized boat that we're going to see on the water
Well,
right
so
now.
we'll know if they start because we can hear the motors.
They're going to light it. They're going
They
to light it.
They didn't light yet.
They're getting ready to. I
We're
can
listening.
feel
We're
it.
listening.
I feel the energy.
We're listening.
I'm feeling the energy.
I think they're going to make them do another lap.
They must not have been lined up
I don't
correctly.
think they
Ross
were
can
li-
be a hard ass
No,
when it
it's
comes to
it's
that.
what's his name?
Oh, is it Doug Ray?
No, it's
Little
Greg?
John? Littlefield? Who's over there?
Uh,
Who's the flagger?
no, they didn't go yet. They're coming around another lap. I hear them.
Well, the thing that,
They're going to fire this time though.
that's good. We need to get some racing in.
Yeah, we got to get some racing.
People, if you're in the area down here, come say hi to us. You know, you can
We're
buy
over
us
at Pirates Den. We're not down by
Pirates
the
Den.
races.
right on the dock by the Pirates boat. By right here, we're looking to the far left of the
We're the
Pirates boat.
red-headed stepchild.
Yep, we can put the.
All right, guys, here
don't
we go.
put baby in the corner. Okay, this is now
Now
they're
the
lined
turn. Now they're trying to line them up here.
Now they're lining up. GM boat's going to bring up the outside.
Okay. Now we're gonna listen. We're still listening.
All I hear is wind.
Still listening. Nothing yet. I don't think the starter liked that either.
They weren't lined up real well.
You're right. They weren't.
They
They were a little mixed up there.
and old Ross will get mad because he screams on the radio.
Yeah, he gets mad. You do it 2 times in a row, and you're gonna hear about it.
Especially when you're taking your event and it's this far behind the time frame.
That's right. Line it up.
The wind
boys.
has done nothing but present challenges to the entire LCSC crew.
Line it up, boys.
Get it right, or he'll red flag you, pull you
Oh,
off
yeah.
the water.
The race will get
Red flag.
skipped. It'll get
Yep.
skipped.
Yep.
We might run it later, but
Then he'll call you up to the podium. He'll call you up.
Yep.
Come see me. And he will chew some butt. Now my butt's been chewed by Ross once.
oh yeah,
San Diego.
he's not afraid to chew you out.
Yeah, San Diego.
All right, here we go. 3 times the charm. How's that? Let's do
I
it.
think they're always trying to my dad.
Here we go.
Now they're looking like they're lined
Now
up.
they're a little more lined up. That's
So
a little
what
better,
happens-
guys.
Because obviously, ladies and gentlemen, the geometry of this is the inside boat. The outside boat is the marker boat. He's got to go faster.
I think they're gonna.
They looked a lot better than I think that's a start. I think
you're
that's
right.
a start.
I think
I think
you're
we
right.
may have got a green flag, people.
I think you're right. I think you fired them off. We're gonna tell you right now when we see them coming this way. I'll let you know if they're. I really didn't hear them all hit it at once, though. That's what I usually do. Is I hear it all at once.
The harmony of
You know what I mean? I didn't hear that. But you're
Lots
right.
of
They're
it.
racing. They're racing.
lots of beings.
Here we go. We got that leader.
100.
Red boat.
Red boat. Same guy as before in the earlier heat today when they did that.
Keep an eye on that turn. That turn's already got someone today.
It's a little bumpy.
A little bumpy in there.
Whatever towards the end.
Lost the yellow one.
Yeah, the 107.
Yeah, we lost them.
Wyatt decided to go apart.
Yeah, that was it for that one. I heard something pop. I did hear an engine pop. You may have lost the ignition. See him out there floating? Straight ahead.
That's a blower motor.
You see him out there floating right by the
Yeah,
buoy?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's
I heard it go pop.
yeah, that's supercharged. Big block Chevrolet. Zoomies. These guys on them GM boats are running Zoomies. They're not running over the transom header.
Wow.
So, and a GM, they're just in GM boats. They very much a similar engine to the K boat. However, the K boat's on alcohol, and this boat is on race gas.
Well, that red boat came through. He looks like he's in a different zip code already than the second place boat.
Yeah, but it ain't over till the fat lady sings or the checker flag drops. All the waves or whatever all the little sayings are about this race and stuff we know.
Yep.
Some weekenders rolling in here.
Uh-huh. We got a lot of people out here today for the day after Thanksgiving. It's
I'm amazed.
very nice out here, you know. You gotta remember, California's all locked down. People want to get away, come out here, relax a little bit on the
I
river.
was born in California.
Here comes that red boat. Oh, he came in sideways on that one.
He
Woo!
touched it.
He had to let. He dropped off that throttle like
He
nuts.
backed it in. He
Oh,
backed
oh
it in
yeah.
like he's on
He went in reverse for a minute.
like he's on Supermoto
He
bike.
did. He was coming in hot, and that's what happened.
You remember when Chuck Sun was racing Supermoto
I
on the
do.
KTMs?
Here comes the white boat now. Let's see if he does it. Now they're all stalling out a little bit in the turns. It's because
It's bumpy.
it's bumpy out there for one, and that's a tight
It's a
turn.
tight.
It's a tight turn.
This is tight like
Tight
it is
racing.
when we race at Firebird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
this is just like trying to race Firebird. I mean, those pins are probably only 40 feet apart. Where normally there's a good 100 feet between the pins down river, little down there, that place we forgot the name to.
Right. We don't even know what it's called
I
anymore.
forget.
Something water. Okay, there's that red boat. He's hauling the mail.
Yeah, so this will be his checker flag run.
I think so. That's
what
what
we've seen him.
Yeah. So he would be winning it.
That'd be a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
That's right.
I like chicken. Boy, old Jeff Olby and crew cooked up some turkey.
Someone
and
said
stuff.
it looks sketchy trying to get those GPS 100 mono holes turned around in that corner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
You're definitely right. We're watching it live here, and you can see them definitely all struggling, man. They're coming not to a stop, but they're coming real slow in that turn.
That's a lot of left leg because that's the
We
down
lost-
pedal leg.
We lost one boat in that turn this morning already. One went over. So you can see they know it. These guys know it.
That never bothered me.
When you saw a boat go over?
No, the psychological thing of seeing a boat get parked on the rocks at Long Beach.
Yeah.
I that was a fear, and then I ended up doing it.
I see.
So it's kind of like desert racing. You don't look at that rock or you're going to hit the damn thing.
And I see your comment. Is there any way to get a better shot of the race course? We went over that with you guys already.
Yeah, we wish. We sorry.
We're lucky.
We apologize.
Let me tell you this real quick. You guys are lucky you were even getting a race seeing here. Why? Because we are not even close to the racetrack. We're a quarter mile away.
Yeah, we're down river.
We have no internet up here, folks. We're
Yeah.
lucky to get internet here. So just be happy with what you get.
We ran extension cords. We're out on 100 foot of extension cord and our internet feed cord hardwired into the Pirate's Den restaurant.
And it's as close as we could get.
This is the best we could do. If we had
$1 million, we could get
drones.
wireless, everything. Yeah,
wireless and drones.
and we could really put on a show. But I'm not that
But
rich.
you couldn't fly drones in this weather anyway.
And I'm not that rich, so it's not going to happen. So this is what you get, folks.
We'll do better. We apologize for the wind noise if you're catching a lot of feedback out there on Surfrat.tv, but we've got our fuzzy little thingies on.
We're dealing with wind. We got some wind.
Just as quick as we think it's going to quit blowing, it calms down for 4 or 5 minutes, and then it picks back up worse than it was.
And it also changed directions. I don't know if you saw that.
It's blowing a little more out of the north than it was. Where it normally comes downriver, and it's blowing straight across from the California side, right in our face right now. From the California side.
In other words, we're smelling all the boats' exhaust right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. I like that. That's okay.
Well, the race boats, that's okay, but
Yeah.
these pleasure boats stink.
Yeah, no. The jet ski guy was pretty good smell. He went stand-up jet ski with Casper base for a real thing.
Like I said, guys, this is the best view you're going to get right here. This is it. We'd love to be able to get down there, but we have no internet
If that
down there.
was GPS 100, then we would be seeing maybe Ross has got back up for Essie on the lineup.
Maybe.
And then I wonder where he's going to push the cracker boxes back in. We've only seen cracker boxes once this morning.
That's true.
So, we got Ron Haskins in the 50 Firecracker, rookie driver, just getting going. It's a beautiful boat. I stopped by to see Ron this morning. We're friends on social media together. Now Ross has opened up the river and everyone's going upriver. Yep, so they're making a mad dash right now. All the pleasure boaters are making a mad dash. It'll take a few minutes to clear the water after that. But in the cracker box class, we managed to put 5 boats on the water this Thanksgiving weekend, and that's a pretty good deal. There's 4 or 5 of these boats now that are for sale. Ray Hoop got his boat for sale, and Amy, whom we're going to be doing a fundraiser for, we found out that our dear friend Amy Ross has got Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS.
Is there another boat with the 400 on it?
Dude, that one's even smaller.
Wow.
That looks like a...
That's the same engine, though.
Yeah, that's the same engine as that
But
big boat.
on a smaller boat.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing jump up on plane.
The thing did a wheelie out of the water.
Now watch him hit this way.
Oh, yeah.
Pop a wheel. That's one of them 4-stroke outboards here. It sounds like maybe that's a V8, maybe a 68. That thing's got some floats on. Look at this crazy looking hydrofoil gizmo thingy that is.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that was wakeboarding earlier? He's on a little, what do they call that, little hydrofoil chair thing?
Yeah, a little hydro chair. I'm not sure I'm into that.
No.
What if it hits something down the deep? What happens?
I just
You go flying forward?
think that's a face plant ready to happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not thinking
How
that.
deep does that thing go?
I mean, he's probably having the time of his life, and I'm thinking that if they call the races here pretty quick, I'm gonna get me a PBR.
A what?
A PBR,
What's a PBR?
perhaps Blue Ribbon.
Oh,
King.
if they call the races, yeah.
1893. Blue Ribbon beer. What else have we got here? We got some other stuff. We got,
Looks like a lot of turns on the courses in Australia. We didn't know you guys had to relocate the race site there. Probably because of restrictions, yes. And there's a dock across the river on the California side that I don't think they could shut down. So that keeps us over on this area where we can't see the race course as well as we like to. But at least you got to see something. It's not the way we wanted to do it, trust me.
hopefully we can get maybe tomorrow we can sweet talk Amy to come and visit with us and tell us a little about her challenges right now.
That'd be cool. That'd be
I've
really
got
cool.
got some information. You know, she's been diagnosed with the ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. She's a former Cracker Box champion, just a wonderful woman. She's a resident of the area. All right, now she doesn't just play here; she lives here in general. All right, so you know the river's her home away from home.
That's right.
And we've got the Rucky Racing guys have already kicked in $100.
It's gonna go through some of the donations.
Yeah, Scott Vansky and
Van Syke?
Van Syke,
Or is it Van Sickle?
you know, something like that. Sickle, maybe Arlene. All right, they've kicked down $100.
Yep.
Bill from
ODC?
ODC, $100 there. Best Brothers Racing, what's that look like? $120?
100 or
120?
yeah, that was
120. All right,
Webster Racing.
100 more bucks on those guys. Now, Pledge, Skip Gavia. Now, Skip is a collector of those. He owns a couple of crackers. He owns the Joker, the P13. He owns the old Jimmy Matthews boat called In the Mood.
Ah,
So and then Skip's pledging 100. Kit Brown's pledging 100. Stu Ford pledges 100. Frampton, Rick Frampton. Of course, Rick Frampton would pledge 300.
wow.
Now you know
He's
why. Do you know why
No, I
300
don't.
for Frampton? Frampton owned the P300 Cracker
Ah.
Box. What was the Rick Weimer world's fastest Cracker Box? I rode in it. They called it the Bat Boat. I got to ride it in Burley, Idaho a few years ago, several years ago. This boat was incredibly wild looking. It looked like a Batmobile.
You guys can't park there.
And Frampton's pledged 300, and then Brian Mansford from the P36 is pledging 200. I tell you what, I'm gonna do. When I see Amy, I'm gonna look at my bank
Are you gonna
account.
throw
I'm
100? Are
I'm
you
good
throwing
for
100?
50 to 100.
50 to 100. Hey,
50 to 100.
whatever you can do. It
I gotta
helps.
look- I
That's
gotta
what
look-
They said.
I gotta
They said
see.
They don't care if it's a 20, a
Let me
10,
see
a
what's
5.
what's in the money clip right
They
now.
really don't care.
Whipping out the money clip. There's a 50 right
I
there.
see a 50 right there.
And that leaves me with $1 to get through the weekend, and I got a debit card. So we'll make it. We'll make
Yeah.
it. I'm on for 50. Brett Marshall, Wild
So you got to write your
Card.
name. I even have a red pin for you. Look.
Wild Card, the P2D 244 Cracker Box in for what we'll call it a half jack.
Okay?
We're in for a half jack, $50 for Amy Ronalds.
Nothing wrong with that, huh?
Better than not, doesn't it?
You want to write your name on there?
I'm good.
You got to be part of that crew now.
I'd probably write it more legible than Julian's writing.
Yeah,
I
that was a little
recognize
hard
the
to
writing.
read her
Julian Rucky,
I know.
champion Cracker Boxing, great guy. He's a steward of the sport. He's
Should have been a doctor with the handwriting.
I think he's you ought to see me scribble.
Well, mine's
I'm gonna
probably-
put it in the
mine's probably
pledge.
just as bad. And I'm over here talking crap. All right, Marshall, $50.
$50 hole. We got to put our boat number down there. That seems to be important here too.
Looks like yeah.
244 wild card.
244.
Wild card. We call it the wild card because we're out of Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good place to have once lived, like Southern California, where I was born.
That's a wild place.
Ain't going there. It's a ghost town.
Wild place.
Dude, it is a ghost
Right
town.
now it is. Yeah, it's real different.
It is a ghost town right now.
Nobody wants to go out and hang out like they used to.
Well, you know, somebody brought to my attention the word pandemic is panic surrounded by dem. I have no idea how that came about, but somebody brought that to my attention.
Makes sense.
So, yes, true. I agree.
Makes sense.
0.002. That looks like another advantage out there with a little ribbony paint job down the side. That's it. What's with these silly arch thingies? That was a playboat one time. It didn't have that arch on it from the factory. That's the wakeboard arch thingamabobber. Get a charge on those, brother?
Yeah.
All right. I'm still on the air, which might just be. We got some more of them little flat bottom boats out there. And let me see if we can, by process of elimination, give you guys a bit of a possible class. So the schedule that we were given, we've got to go off of is not in order with what's going on. My guess is those are NCs. We'll see one of those gives us a clue of sections across, and those provided us with things in the I'm thinking this is SE class.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, I'm thinking we got SE class.
All right, guys.
That's what my guess is. It's the quantity versus kind of in order.
Okay. Well, we don't know that for sure, folks, because like I said, we're a quarter mile away from where Ross is. We don't even get the PA system down here,
No.
unfortunately.
We've made several attempts, by the way, folks, to try to get a hold of someone on the cell phone to get a little relay thing going on. And
Someone said, enjoying the coverage, talking about the course. Then they said, Jeff's friend here has got racing stories and info for days. He does.
yeah,
He's
I've
been
been
racing
around.
for days.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am almost 62
Oh, I
years old.
wasn't going to give your age away.
Almost 62. I don't
That
mind
was,
it.
okay.
Looking good for an old part.
You were telling
But
me you're
I've
still
been
trying to find
racing.
young girls. I mean,
I like young chicks. Yeah, I like them young ones. Teach them some tricks.
shoot.
The old boy gonna teach the young chicks some tricks.
Did we get a start?
I
think we got a start. I thought I
No.
heard some motors. No?
No, I don't think it's a start. I think it's still warm. The
Okay, one more lap, then we'll get a start.
yeah, I didn't see it lined up. This is all.
I
flight
thought I
start
heard
today.
him fired off. I don't know.
Nah, somebody's showing off.
I
to the
think
crowd
that might have been
on
some
the
of
wave
yeah,
lap.
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what happens here, in case you hadn't paid attention to this boat racing thing, they go out and they get a little bit of a lap or so of warm up, and then everybody kind of simulates a start, and they do what we call the wave.
They're racing. They're
Yep,
racing.
that
I knew.
would
I
be-
thought I heard him fire
That's
off.
racing.
They're racing for sure. Inside that red boat once again.
That Nick and Rick will try to more point class because that boy's got that
Yeah,
little
that's the
corner
same
down.
boat.
Yep, yep.
And that's the white one that raced earlier.
Just hanging out there. So that's
Essie was it? No. No.
somebody's got to help us out with what number that red boat is. Scott all the way from Burley here. Scott Daly in the 77 in the SE class from
What
Burley,
number is the red
Idaho.
boat? The red boat. What number is the red boat? We're trying to get some radio communications with our camera crew. Can zoom in on the number. He just got washed out, I believe.
That was close. That was a
Is
heck
that-
of a pass.
That was a pass.
That was a pass for the lead. ladies and gentlemen.
What was the number?
Because it's what skinny.
It's like a dark gray on red.
Don't
It's
talk
hard to read.
for a second. You got to push the button and wait and then talk.
I couldn't see the number. It's too shiny. It was glaring off the sun.
Copy that. So you heard it from the camera girl herself. You're fine. We're trying.
TV live.
We're trying to get some.
TV live.
We're also telling people where to watch the broadcast. Yeah.
Surfrat.
Just not in front of the camera.
I think 23. I could be wrong.
43?
63 maybe.
Did you say 60?
Did it raise earlier? And it's been 16.
What'd she say?
16.
That would
That's
be
a cable.
shocker.
No,
that's
no,
not.
that
That's
ain't- that
definitely
ain't
not it.
Yeah, I know that about that. Ain't
That's not a cable out there.
Uh-uh.
Anyways, that's okay, folks. Like I said,
In lack of accuracy, we're not held accountable for the lack of accuracy due to the fact that we're
20 miles away.
downriver from the action.
Whoops! Somebody flipped over. Got another one over. Another one over.
That's a swimmer.
Helmets up.
Helmets up.
83.
83.
Helmets up. Hands up.
Looking for the proverbial arm in the air. I'm just seeing the hat. I'm not seeing
What are you doing?
much arm.
That one's 77 that fell down.
777.
So those are SEs. 77. Scott Daly out of Burley, Idaho.
So Burley went over for a swim.
No, not Duff. Says Scott Daly, not Duff. Stock didn't bring the K-boat, so Duff's just down there goofing around. There's only 2 K-boats on the whole roster.
About 6 of them right in Florida. Up in Scarlett deal. Is that SE boats?
Yeah. That's the second swimmer of the weekend.
We watched the first one.
Yeah, we get the if it's on the screen. I'm trying to watch it live.
Yeah, I always watch the screen because it's closer and you can see the numbers better. You can't see the numbers from there unless you watch the screen. You got them up, huh? They already got them on in the basket. So it's going to be a lot longer.
Well, in the event this happens, you end
Another
up
swimmer.
going through that whole rescue procedure again. Been there, done it. They say, what do they say that down there in Texas? Been there, done that, y'all. Been swimming a couple times, throw it out that cracker box. The difference is most of the cracker boxes are right-hand steer. When you wreck them in the corner like this guy just did, the boat rolls out of the corner. So on a right-hand steer boat, it lets you out pretty easy and it catapults the rider out of the left-hand side. Did they actually hit? So
I didn't see him hit. She said they hit a boat.
They got
They hit together.
the tip of the head. That's how he ended up flipping over.
So we have definitely had the boat racing
some
turned into
contact.
a contact sport.
Maybe. We don't know
Maybe.
for sure.
Alleged.
Preliminary report.
Possible. Preliminary.
Yes. Come on, Bubba.
The disclaimer is anything we say is for entertainment purposes only on surfrat.tv. Accuracy we will not be held accountable for. But we will bullshit the hell out of you just to keep you entertained. That one boat's got a pretty red light on it. Now, if you're within view or can see on our feed, you see the bow of the boat side now. That kind of traps some air in there, and that gives them a little bit of time to get the hook and the rope on the bow eye, the hook onto that boat, and throw it as fast as they can. The big circles around the racetrack. extracted for most of the water that occurs out of the boat. So they can float it on the trailer, and then the crew gets that fun restoration project to get all that water out. Engine, fuel, the place water's not supposed to be in the boat. I've been coming to the river for a long time. There's a guy out here swimming in the river. What the hell is he doing? That might have been 1, 2, 3, maybe too many of them little Red Bull things with that clear, juicy stuff in it makes you all fuzzy. I'm not too sure why this guy's out there swimming in the water. Let's see. Right there. This is the one right by where the dude swimming in the river. What happened? I just messed up. Well, Brandon Brodecki, Cracker Box champion. My brother, what's happening, baby? It's the mouth of the South Brand Marshall coming at you. Looks like one of the sea boats went for a little swimmy poo, Brando. Come on down, buddy, if you're in the hood. Got some cold PBRs in my new RV. Come check out my new RV, Brandon. No Cracker Boxes have gone swimming. 5 Cracker Boxes out for this event. P85 wood box. Brandon's driven that one before. P50 firecracker. P69 liquor box. The old Jerry Ross boat. 42 penalty box. Wheeled by Glenn Madden. And the 88 P, one of the most beautiful cracker boxes on the planet. The Stump family boat. So, driver's all right, I would assume, since he threw an arm in the air. The SCSE's safety crew will take him to the shore and do his vitals and check all his stuff, make sure he's good to go. We'll reset this race course. We'll float that race boat, get it on a trailer, and although the wind, per forecast, has not died down, imagine that, because weathermen, doctors, and lawyers are only practicing. You know, as a construction professional, I feel I'm held to a higher standard of accomplishment than doctors and lawyers. Well, I guess doctors and lawyer friends are good guys. But if you're just practicing, that means that your errors are not held accountable. Boat racing, hopefully not practicing, and you don't get a little. There goes the race boat, number 77 out of Burley, Idaho. As they just went right in front of us. Most action we've got. I think you guys can see that as it goes down there. They've got that boat back floated. And like I said, the crews will start the not too difficult process of getting the water out. So.
Holy shit, we almost lost the camera into the water.
Nah, I didn't go anywhere.
As soon as that boat went by, it almost went over.
It just got a little spray.
Woo, that was close. The races were almost over for us. The camera almost went in the water because that boat was so close to the dock, and the waves rocked the dock. And the
Brandon Brodecki says here, thanks, pal. Good to hear you, Marshall. Brodecki's a champion Cracker Box driver. Mark Jacobs, shout out to you. Wants us to do a highlight reel. We got Ashley. Tell Eric I said hello. Eric Salmons? Never mind. As we got Jeff and Brett up here at the Surfrat.tv, baby. The Pirates Den. Nice resort. Stayed here before, but Bad choice of dates when I stayed here 4th of July a few years ago.
Too crowded?
No, I like the crowds. It was hot chicks everywhere to look at.
You and your
it-
chicks.
Dude,
As
dick
long as
chick.
there's hot chicks, it's
Dude,
good.
go friend
You
me
know what I
on
mean?
Facebook. Brett Marshall. I'm sitting there on my chopper. All right, and it
He's
says
single.
bites, boats, and babes. I'm single again.
He's ready to mingle.
No, I wouldn't mind a good-hearted woman. That's a good old country.
Yeah, it's not-
I don't need the good-hearted
not as
woman.
easy to find as we think.
Dude, just being a kid. Our camera girl's dressed up in her Santa-looking Christmas
You
ornament
really want to
outfit.
show her, huh?
We gotta show her.
He's been wanting
She's
to show
just
her.
cute as hell,
Hold
man.
on. Let's just see.
So take our camera and spin it around. She's got the cutest little outfit on.
Can you guys see her?
No, come back to your other direction a little more.
No, she's in the camera.
Oh, there she is. Can you kind of see her? See our camera girl? She got her little muck boots on and her little Christmas ornament outfit in her.
She's nice and snugly warm.
Yeah, she's right on the water's edge. It's absolutely the coldest spot to be. We're about 10 feet above the water.
And the
Wave.
the boat that went by almost knocked that camera
It
into the
sprayed
water.
the legs of the tripod that the camera's sitting on.
Oh no, that was from the waves going over.
Yeah.
Doggy on the boat.
So
So,
that,
all right, we're almost back. There we
that's
are.
Priscilla.
Priscilla's our beautiful camera.
What did you
girl.
say?
There is a cute doggy on that boat. Rock keeps him
Cute dog on the boat. Okay.
Okay, cute dogs. I'd have a dog if we could teach it to pick up its own poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little outboard boat out here with number 57 on it. That's probably a ski race boat.
That's
the
an
way I
old.
see
That's
that.
that's actually a enduro boat. That's
Mhm.
they use that at the enduro. I
You
saw
look-
that. Yeah,
You saw it race at the
Yeah.
Enduro?
I remember it.
Back in the day, old Blake Esock invited drive, and Blake originally tested some of the first tuned port Chevrolets for Chevrolet. Chevrolet donated the engines and gave them to Mercruiser, worked in collaboration with Mercruiser.
Mhm.
And those first tuned port injections, when it came from throttle body to tuned port, Blake tested those and used the Enduro.
In a boat.
In
Still
a
all
boat,
out
yeah.
there, aren't they?
Then
Oh,
I guess Orville Somerset's now sold the Nordic
Oh,
line
they
off.
sold it.
They sold it off, and they're still building the boat,
I
doing
know
a good
the
job,
Nordic's still in. Yeah.
And I think the people that own Hallett are collaborated with those guys somehow
They're
or
one of
another.
their
And
sponsors.
they
of
just
the-
won the Enduro.
The enduro. That's
Yeah,
right.
they just won the Enduro.
They
I've
also
been,
were a sponsor.
I've been hanging out with a hot-looking chick up in Vegas,
Oh, boy, here we go.
Tracy.
Sorry,
She's a-
guys. You're gonna hear about hot chicks a lot with him.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
We're
I
talk
just
about,
want you to know
you
that
want to
you're
talk
gonna.
about you want to talk about some ugly dudes?
Nah.
That dude that went
Then we'd
by.
be talking
dude,
about us.
Dude, the ugly dudes are here talking to them.
We'd be talking
We're
about
keeping y'all
ourselves.
entertained right now. We're doing our job. Keep it entertained. You know? Tracy's got a few championships on the ski racing thing. She's raced on the river here in the ski races here and stuff. The 50 and the 75 when they were held up at Lake Mead.
I don't know about that skiing behind the boat at 80, 90 miles an hour.
As
That's.
fast as the boat will go.
I don't
You
think
got
so.
Lori Dunsmore, multiple champion right there. Lori's her mentor, the friend.
You just see the
and stuff
girls'
in-
legs. They're like
Dude, Lori
Muscle.
Dunsmore is almost my age. and
like
she's
twice as
still
big as mine.
just-
and the muscles are a solid rock.
See who's calling
And
me
that's
now.
because
That's crap.
you know when you ride motocross, you hold on for life. You know, you get arms, you get the forearms. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with water skiing, you get the legs because you're holding on with your legs, right?
Exactly.
So that's where all the muscle goes
Well-
into your legs. It's crazy.
Ski racing, it's a double handle setup, and
Not
they
only
pull the
their legs-
wrap, and
Yes,
they pull it,
that's right.
and they hold it behind, and
Behind
they're
they got
pulling
one
it-
hand in
yeah,
front,
one
yeah.
hand in front,
It's
one
crazy,
hand
though.
behind. So they pull what's in the small of the back down by the
Crazy.
butt crack, and that pulls against the torso, so everything is pushed into your legs.
Yep. And that's why their legs are so big.
Just sexy legs.
Okay.
But then you got them, I wish I didn't have a Wolverine on here, but I got some Popeyes going there, man, from them CR500.
Oh yeah, you got the Popeyes.
Check that Popeye.
Oh yeah, you still got
Got
Popeyes.
some Popeyes, man.
I got Popeyes too. I race
Look at
super.
this chick in shorts out here on this
Yeah.
wave runner seated gizmo
Yeah,
thing.
she got a tank top on with the vest, and she got
It's like
shorts
she's out
on.
for summer ride.
They don't go. They don't get cold. They must not get cold.
Do they have heaters?
I don't think so. Does jet skis have heaters? I don't think so.
No.
Your brother is SS45 class, Gilbert Solis, number 98. Yeah, I've seen him many, many times. Many, many times. Anela Rodriguez. I know that boat. That's a good, fast, solid boat. That's a fun class too. I like that SS45 class.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
think if
put on a hell of a show.
they do, and those things handle like F1s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're not as fast, but they handle like them.
But they, they
It's-
shorten that race course for those guys too. They don't run the full length of the race course. Ross brings them down a little tighter,
That's
so
right,
that they're short. Their runway,
That's
is,
right. Yep.
shorter, and he runs those guys about half of the normal race course for the inboards, and
They put on a show.
they're lit.
People don't
they're
understand how they
legit.
turn so fast. They think
They're
they're going to
just-
crash, and they just zip right into that turn.
Yeah, that's where, like I was telling you guys earlier, that's where RJ West, Spencer Love, and a couple of these names that I recognize here that I've
Yeah.
seen these guys, and then Warren West, and stuff. Those guys up there, and Mike Kelly, and those guys are all up in that.
Don't
so,
just talk about the pretty girls. Show me the goods, they say.
shit, want to see them. A few of them have walked by. There was one that was definitely not beat up with ugly at all. Just walked by.
Well,
a little bit
if
ago.
you
I'm
just
like,
keep your eye up
man.
behind us, we got a lot of them walking by right here.
Yeah, there's for
You gotta
winter
keep your eye
winter
out.
time, there's
Huh?
some talent out here at the Pirates, man.
Some people with stand-ups will route the hot water coming out of the motor up their grips to keep their hands warm.
No kidding. I never thought of that.
I didn't either. Put your hand down there.
And route the water up and have the exit water out of the engine.
Okay. Whatever works.
I like that. That's like a warm wine enema. Can you get away with a warm wine enema nowadays? No. That's me getting on the cover of this.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, the water squirts out the back. You can squirt it anywhere you want.
That makes sense.
And then if
I
your
like
hands are
that.
cold,
I'm liking that.
you squirt the water on your hand and it keeps them warm while you ride, huh?
Well, one of the things that the rider has to do in a cracker box, and let's go back talk a little more
Okay.
about the fundamentals of being the rider, which I've read in quite a few cracker boxes.
Now, when he
That's
says
kinda,
the rider, that's like the
the guy
co-driver.
that's not driving.
That's like the co-driver in an
Yeah.
off-road race truck.
Originally the riding mechanic.
There
Now
you go.
you're kind of a navigator, lane negotiator, and gauge watcher. And that's about what you do. Riding, just hanging on. Especially if you're in the 42 penalty box. That looks too fast, buddy.
Jacob said, "I'll keep that gal warm."
You bet you will, buddy. Take your turn. To get,
There's a big line behind us.
Yep, buddy. But, there's not water pumps in these boats. They're
Right.
force fed off the bottom of the rudder or some pickups on the plates or somewhere off the bottom of the boat. So in a force fed water system, part of the checklist things you have to do, number one, you make sure you got oil temperature. Number two, you get some, all the gauges for, the voltage and stuff like that are starting
Yes.
to show whatever.
Right.
And you've got an exit somewhere that you usually can reach. In my boats, they're behind, and some of the other boats are off to the side, and that's where the warm water will come out. And you
I
get to, even if you're wearing gloves, you get to get your gloves nice and nasty wet, and you got to feel the warm water coming out.
Right.
And then you give your little signage to your driver that
It's
you've
warm
gone down
water.
your, that's
Good,
your
you're
job
warmed
as a
up,
rider.
you're good, yeah.
Your checklist. We're pumping water. We had been up at Chowchilla, or one of the lakes up in Northern California that Julian and Richard, the Rucky brothers, raced quite a bit out up there, and we'd gotten some mud in the rudder of the race boat that we were in it, and it wasn't pumping water.
Ah,
So we had to pull it in, put it back up on. We had no water, so we obviously you're going to steam the motor and get hot
Oh,
and
yeah.
tear things up.
that wouldn't last very long.
Nope, melt it down. So we had to pull it up and then, basically take a little piece of wire and in an air hose.
All
and
right, we
blow
got
it
some
back
noise
out.
here.
We got V8 engines again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys back on the track anyway. You've
Some
seen enough of
V8s.
us. We can keep talking. Go ahead and talk, but we're gonna show you the course just in case. Nothing's happening yet, but we just want to get it out there just in case.
We are really, I don't know if apology is the correct thing to do, but we really appreciate everyone that has tuned in.
We can apologize. We're sorry for
We're sorry for the
for a couple
unfavorable.
things. Let's go over it.
The unfavorable conditions.
the-
We can't
exactly.
do anything about what we apologize for. We're doing our best up here to offer some kind of entertainment on this day after Thanksgiving. And it's really a beautiful day down here in the Parker Strip. It's just, it's a gorgeous place and, picturesque mountains. And that mountain looks over there like it's got peanuts on it.
Oh, he did not go there. Everybody says that though when they come out to Parker.
Yeah, that's probably why they call them the Needles Mountains, huh?
Uh-huh. We won't even show you guys that.
No, it's not worth looking
Anyhow, we do have some boats on the water. It looks like it's gonna be what class? Let's see. It's the same class that was out. Looks like they're
at.
gonna
Yeah,
run
they're
them
gonna
now.
run.
Yeah.
They're gonna run the finish. So if they were 2 laps in, they get to run 2
And
laps.
there's only
in. They figured
2 boats right now. Hopefully there's still, there was 4 before, there's 2 now. Only 2 left? Is that it?
I don't know. Is that the K boats? That don't
That's
look like the 16K boat.
That might be the case.
That looked like the K boats.
That was the case, I think.
That looked like the 16 Shocker of the K boat.
And there's only 2 of them, so you're right.
Yeah, that looked like the K boats are on the water.
So
right
somebody
now.
was asking when the K boats were coming out,
What you get is what you
and
get.
you asked, and you got it. They're out there. So
This is a jet ski racer dude right there.
Did you get those numbers?
Is that the 16?
yeah, the 16 and the
500?
500.
100.
Yeah, we got them. 516.
That's K boats, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. K16 and 500.
The fastest
that.
flat bottom boats on the water.
The big bad boys, the ones that make a lot of noise.
Supercharged, blown alcohol, methanol.
So if you come out here and you want to watch some boat racing, and you actually get to see these Ks run, the smell, the sound, and the feel.
When you're down there on the race course,
Yes,
you can feel
you
it
can
hit
feel
your
it, that's
chest.
what I'm
You can
saying.
feel it hit your chest when they go by.
It's so much different than being able just for you guys just to
There's
watch
a,
it.
there's a
Trump supporter.
choo choo just went by. Trump 2020 train.
Okay, here they come.
Good to go.
Down to turn 1. Looks like we might get a start here. Did they already go by and do their wave?
Yeah,
I think they did. Okay, so here we go. This could be the start. We're going to listen now. They're a lot louder, so. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so they hit it.
Boys and girls, they done lit the fire in 8 holes on that baby right there.
That's right. All 8.
Alcohol, methanol.
Ooh, dang.
Methanol, that's a
That's a different
side business.
You think?
Yeah.
What? Sell methanol?
Yeah, sell methanol. Yeah,
It's legal.
yeah, it's legal. Tell you.
All right, who's going to be leading coming down here? Who we got?
Oh, that kid.
Oh,
Dude,
it's side by side.
holy
It is
shit.
side by side. K boats.
Perfect. Entering turn 2, side by side.
Man, listen to that. We're back on it. The wind's perfect. The water's gotten good.
It's calmed down a little bit, even though the flags are still the same kind of out, but it's the
Yeah,
ripples,
but it's good. It's running. It's
the ripples
running.
are way less.
It's running good. These Ks are out here. They're running fast. They're giving it all they got right now, folks. These are the boats that put on a show. I wish there was more of them.
Yeah, when there's 8Ks, I've seen
Oh,
down when we were at that other place. I forgot the name
yeah,
too.
we forgot that other
Eight 8K boats when the capsules first came out.
Still
they were
side by
incredible
side.
long.
These guys are just putting on a show. I have
No,
a feeling.
I
Huh?
don't think so. I
No?
think they're that competitive.
Woo! Look at that.
You know,
That's side by side right
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
I mean, you can't get any more side by sides.
That's he who comes out of the 4th lap with the most foot on the right side is going to win this one, ladies and gentlemen. That's not even a question.
That's coming from the mouth of the South, folks.
That's what they called me back when I messed around with their off-roady stuff.
You know, you
Played in
earned,
the
you
dark.
earned a nickname. We got to use it. What's
Yeah, it's the
wrong?
mouth of the
You know what I mean?
South. That's
Mouth
what
of
the
the South.
boys, actually, the northern guys out of Reno area, is the one that named
They,
it.
they nicknamed you, huh?
That's what they tagged that to me back in the 90s.
All right, here we go. This is lap number 2 they're on here.
And I'm going to say our inside boat, the 500, it's
Oh,
got a slight
gosh, look at that.
advantage.
Look at that. He took that outside line, and oh my gosh, he was on the gas all the way around it. But you have to when you're taking that outside line.
You get a little more inertia.
You have to
Carry
get,
a little more corner speed.
Yep.
But the shorter distance is the inside line. I like the inside line.
that was a good finish. You heard them. They hit it to the end right there.
That was right to the stripe,
I mean,
Betty, right there,
all
right
we
to
heard
the
was
stripe.
engine and then drop at the
Yeah.
finish. So that was definitely a
You know,
good
when-
close.
when-
We don't know who won, but
When Mike Stock brings those big capsule 19 footers out, these are more like 17, 18, 19. They're not even quite 19. He's got the big 19, 20 foot capsule boats, like El said, the world record holder cable.
yeah.
And Duff Daly's driving that. So they just the way that they're and the choppiness of the throttle and stuff like that is just crazy.
You were hopping
So-
around quite a bit.
K16 coming around on the cool down.
And that looks like it probably was the winner then.
That might have could have been the winner because he's going to wait
Yeah,
around.
he is. That's going to be
So
your
that
winner.
means
So.
by a bow.
Yeah, not by
You know,
much.
the pointy thing on the boat is called the bow. You drive a K-boat, you don't bow to nowhere.
No.
You got grandes to drive a K-boat. You can do
So where are they
whatever you
from?
want.
They're from Havasu. They're local over here.
Yeah.
Right down the street.
Yeah, John Guthrie and Jay Hart. Tyler Roth. This Tyler Roth kid is no joke. I know.
Oh, he was running in the 500 boat, right?
Yeah. This kid.
He's an up
He's
and
a
coming
wheelman.
racer, right?
Yeah, he's a wheelman, man. This guy is no joke.
How old is he? Youngster, right?
30s.
They're coming up though in their
But,
boat race.
Victor Roth, I think is this kid's dad.
Oh, okay,
Been a long time boat racer.
gotcha.
Pretty sure.
You guys saw that? Yeah, they saw it. Yeah, look at them hopping. Geez,
Yeah,
they're hopping pretty bad. Crazy class. Well,
that's a fact.
you
Yeah,
gotta
that's all
remember,
Mike
guys,
Mason.
are hopping. The water's not calm as can be. It is calmed down,
No.
but once they start running, they get one lap in. It really disrupts the water, and that's when they start bouncing around like that. On their second lap is when you see
So
them.
Hunter Steele just said, "Who's in the yellow boat?" Well, those two boats would have been Chris Pauly, Tyler Roth in the 500K boat. That was the yellow one out of those two, if that's what you're referring to on that one.
Yeah, they were hopping out because they're hitting wakes. Their own wakes.
Well, here's the MO on that stuff.
You got to remember how
That's what they're doing.
narrow our river is here.
It's a skinny race course, no
Skinny
doubt about
course.
that. But you got the down pedal, so the left leg's pushing down on the plates, and then K boats that push down for the plates to go up because of the inertia of all that stuff. You'll push down. Some boats are like a back pedal, so you're laying down on the throttle and you're lifting your foot, and the plates go down. And you push on that, and they go up.
I
I think
see.
it's like it's shot out of a cannon, buddy. So the resistance is done. The boat bow comes up out of the water, and away we go. Next flight.
Looks like he got him out there quick too. Gosh, I couldn't see it.
Some
I got a
Cobb
number.
jets. Was that Cobb jets, maybe? What do we got for a number?
Did you get a number? Try to get a number for us. You need a number.
357.
Okay, thank you. Copy that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She said
357, like the guy.
357.
Oh, 350.
There.
Boom! We're back up in,
The thundering advantage.
yeah, classic endurance.
CE on the
Is
water.
that all that's left?
I believe it
Yeah,
is.
because isn't that one of the classes we took the swimmer out
Yeah,
of?
those are two of them. What? Calm down, Maria. All right, so they're coming
Randall
down here. So
Dilworth, Mark Dilworth,
they just went.
out of Powell, Wyoming.
I think they're racing. They're racing.
That's racing.
That's racing right there. Coming into that turn number 2. It's gonna be that white boat out front. And
They're both white.
now the second one looks yellow. More yellow than white. Oh, I just, you got to remember we're a quarter mile away from the track there. We don't even have binoculars. Tomorrow we might get some. You know anyone that's got some binoculars? We could use them. We could really use them.
I gotta remember if I move my binoculars from the old trailer to the new
Oh, I
trailer.
hope you did. Because, man, we could use them right now.
If not, I'll go to Walmart and buy some. They can't be more than $100.
Oh, they're cheaper than that. You can get
$50.
40 bucks.
40,
probably,
50
yeah.
bucks.
We don't have to get the sniper. we don't want to see the snipers on the mountain.
I know a governor of Nevada that need to get sniped.
Oh boy. He's kidding.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah,
take
I'm
it
kidding. I'm not gonna. I ain't going to jail for the but we'll let the vote. take
Okay,
care
here
of
we
them
come.
someday.
Last lap. I believe this is going to be their last lap, huh? And they're side by side still, these guys coming in. Look at them. Now you can't be more side by side.
Look, again, this is one of them classes that they're just not.
Are they restricted?
No, it's
No?
just horsepower.
It's
It
just
is
so
at the end.
competitive.
Yeah, it's a driver's class, classic endurance. And it's a good place. That along with the ESCs and stuff like that are good places to get your feet wet. And
Right.
It keeps
Not as dangerous as some of the big bad boy boats.
It keeps them a little more affordable.
Yeah.
Cracker boxes. Unfortunately, we've talked about putting an entry level class together in cracker boxes. Sometimes trying to use some kind of crate motor or something like that. And the problem is that the direct couple. There's no clutch or any way to no whirl away or gearbox or anything like that. They direct couple and the engine sets in there backwards, and they're just super hard on components.
Oh, we got somebody in here that has somebody working at the judges stand. All right, we needed you in our chat. Now you can tell us what's going on.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I was told that the UBF will race 2 more times today. So
Unblown flats. Unblown flat.
That's not what those are, right? What was that?
Those are probably classic endurance boats. I'm looking.
That was a 777.
I recognize them boats.
That was this.
That was the, no, that's a
Seven,
Burley
well,
boat.
I saw 777 on the boat, but I don't think they had the number right. Did they? Did you change that number?
171. That's Comp Jets. 171. 357.
No, we'll get the other number here when it comes by again. We'll get the camera girl to get it. Here they come. They're racing. Let's see if we can get it up.
Yeah, I'm
Watch
looking at my feed.
Watch the screen. See if we can find it.
Yeah, I can't see what's
I saw
written down on paper
77.
right in front of me, much less a
Oh,
quarter mile away, buddy.
And he has his glasses on.
Yeah, I got my 150 readers from Home Depot on.
Those don't do nothing.
That's all I got. My script's 150. It's safe for me.
We need to get some laser done with this guy or something.
Yeah.
Man.
There's times when I like to take my glasses off and have everything be blurry.
Well, yeah. I get that.
Everything's blurry.
Comp Jet. That's what it is.
Comp Jet.
Comp Jet.
Comp Jet. I thought them looked like squirters.
But they got the wrong
Mudsuckers.
number on that boat. They do have the wrong number. It's
No.
171 is what the number's supposed to be on that Glenn Dilworth boat. That's the Summer
Scott
Thunder.
Daly.
Yeah. Here they come.
Thunder advantages of 357 and 21 is blackjack. Blackjack.
Ooh, it's a good race. Those two boats are definitely side by side going to the finish right there. I wish we could see, but sorry, guys.
A couple of years ago, Comp Jet had 810 boats in the class, man.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
they were doing really
Now,
well.
they had to have 2 separate heats.
And they lost one of the guys. A little crash. He flew down the river here, and that I think that kind of hurt
Put
him
it
a little
into
bit.
shock a little.
Yeah, it does that.
It does.
We lost Kevin Taylor at the Enduro last year as well. That was my prop guy in Henderson there. Kevin was just a great boat racer. He was in the outboard class.
All right, last lap.
The way to go.
There we go. They're still side by side. Like I said, we thought that was the last lap. It wasn't. This is definitely the last
Yeah,
lap.
they ain't gonna go around any more times than that.
No, that's it. That right there is still side by side there, just like it was before. So can't call the finish there, folks, but I can tell you they're definitely on it. I can still hear them on it.
Well, at least we're putting, together some good boat racing
That's
today.
right.
Competitive. There've been some real super close boat racing, both in the K class and again in this class here.
We did have a couple, rollovers into the water. We had 2 boats into the water today.
Well, these doggone guys, we're gonna have to go down there and have a talk with these boys in the pits and tell them this is not swimming weather.
Right, you guys, it's not
Stop
summertime.
that. Stop that swimming.
It's going to take too long to get warm again.
It takes another half hour, 45 minutes to warm up the race course again. The race course gets cold.
It's true, it gets real cold.
It gets bumpy when they're towing that boat around and getting all the water out.
All right, let's go back to us since we're driving on the camera and there's
Are
nothing
we back
going
in
on.
it?
We're
And
back
lady,
on,
we're back live.
We like to come on so you can just
TV.
see how unentertaining we are.
Yeah, all bundled up here like I'm in.
Like we're in the snow weather or something.
And I got my mask on here.
It's the cool, chill factor happening right now. We call it the cool, chill factor.
It's actually warming up a little bit. I can unzip over in time.
All the pleasure boats are going.
Yep, there they go. So Ross got the race course closed for a second. Look at that.
It's very nice.
The yellow looking thing.
Very nice. Very nice boat.
Trim that thing in a little bit. There it goes. It nosed over. Porpoise. There it goes.
Still bouncing a little bit. Yeah. That's the driver error.
Yes, exactly. I've owned this boat for 20 years. I still don't know how to get it on the plane.
I hate when I see boats get that close right there.
I don't know what these guys are thinking. They all think it's a Jaws movie or something.
Like
you know?
it's time to race to get to the next one.
I got a feeling. I sure hope that we get asked to come up river to go do that cave up thing. That would
Me
be
too.
really darn cool, wouldn't it?
Me
Yeah?
too. I think tomorrow, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how many more races
don't,
are going to run tonight. We got about another hour of sunlight. 4:45, 5 o'clock. It gets dark here.
It was a little dark when I pulled in last night.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we got another hour here. We got to get some racing done before today's done. And then tomorrow we're going to have to make up all the races. So we'll start early tomorrow.
So in the schedule of events, normally we would be up and around 9 o'clock or whatever.
But we'd
8
start
o'clock
around
is our
10.
drivers' meeting.
We normally start the races around 10, but tomorrow Ross said drivers meeting 8 o'clock, get them started at 9.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
And just
So then-
back
and
to
then-
back.
Do everything you can because they haven't run any of the hydros.
Nope.
None of these guys have got any of their chance. Junior hydros,
No
sport
hydros
20
at all.
hydros.
None.
None of the
No
you know,
Formula Lights.
Nothing. None of the the entry level
F1s?
those guys.
No
Nothing.
F1s.
Well, they had that one little heat. That's it.
That was it, but one went over, didn't it?
I thought he spun it out.
Or did he spin it?
It kind of spun it.
Okay, well. Mark Jacobs says, I'll always root for the Burley boys.
Yep. I tell you what, Burley Island's a fun place.
Oh, yeah. I went up there thinking I was going to get some killer potatoes and everything because, you know, that's what it is up there.
Yeah.
Known for. They told me the restaurant was sold out. I said, what do you mean sold out? You don't have any potatoes? I thought this was the potato, like, of the world. Like, what?
Well, the last time I was up there, it was 16. We took the wild card up there, and it was 3 of us carters on the water.
What year was it?
It was in 16's the last time I've been up there, 2016.
What year we broadcasted?
And
Might have been
we went for a little swim.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a little swim.
And that water's even colder. That water up there is cold. Because it's coming, that water, that comes right off the snow, right off those snow mountains up there in Idaho, where it comes
Yeah,
down.
it was,
it's cold
It
water.
was a little chilly.
Chilly.
Yep. The guy had in the boat. I think he PP'd his panties. Scared him.
Scared the living out of them.
Well, I was trying to describe to him what had happened and why we went for that little swim. We kind of blew up the engine, and it locked up the prop shaft so hard it spit us out.
I see.
And racing with the '94 Boy Deutsch guys, and then
These guys-
the 21 Cracker Jack was on the water with us as well, and just kind of sunk the bow and made a kind of a sharp left, and we kind of just went out the boat sideways, and boom,
Swimming away.
swimming we was, swimming.
I don't know if these guys are trying to get across or if they're just coming to spectate.
They're waving, they're friendly.
They're friendly people.
Friendly, y'all got any PBRs in that boat? I get to have one here pretty soon.
When you say PBR, I'm thinking rodeo.
Pro Bowl Rodeo, PBR. There's a PBR bar in Vegas at the Miracle Mile.
There is. I heard that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They got some hot chicks working there.
Is it like a country bar? Or what is
Yeah,
it?
it's predominantly they play rock and roll music
Rock
sometimes.
country?
Yeah. Cowboys ain't as cowboy as they used to be. Let me tell you that right now.
Where's
It's
it's hot
shutting
now?
them down. We
Where's
have a
it's hot?
live race course here.
They do
Red
the
Hot TV.
pleasure boat trying to get on a race course
Yeah,
over there. They
and
say,
our-
shut her
Our
down.
trusty SC volunteer officials out there waving a ski flag at them like, no, but boy, you can't go down through there.
You missed it by about 10 minutes, like 5 minutes.
You get to sit here and have a better view of the races than we have until Ross Wally, Commodore for the SCSE group, says, "Oh,
Hey Mason, how you doing, buddy?
Hey Mason, what's up, man?"
Yeah. Always, like I said, sorry about the view. We don't have the best perspective of this race, but we do get turned to.
We're trying.
And we got Brett over here, the mouth of the South.
Yeah, Cracker Box man.
Oh,
You know, shit.
yeah, shit. You gotta
Run it-
know he's a
Run
cracker
them
box.
Cracker Box boats. Them little
You
cracker.
gotta know he's crazy.
Y'all drive them little Cracker Jack
What do we
boats.
got out here? What do we got?
Bro, that yellow one that went fast earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a quick one. That's an SC, isn't it? Is that an SC?
No.
You guys remember that?
I think it was a GPS.
You guys remember, don't you?
GPS one. What happened to the Cracker Boxes run? We've been seeing all kinds. We only saw one flight of crackers today.
I think that was just one boat practicing right there.
Ross said no practice.
No practice.
What the heck is he?
Unblown flats.
Is that unblown flat? Cool. Unblown flat's haul ass.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
where
like
they
a-
did unblown flat. Do you know the history on that?
Well, no,
That's
I
kind
don't.
of where they put pro stocks and super stocks
I
together.
wondered what happened to that class.
Because pro stock and super stocks are used to use,
I remember the SS
Yeah,
class.
Brodecki's Uncle Scott had a nice pro stock boat, 13 number I believe it was,
Mhm.
and they were out there with that, and then super stock, of course, the Rankin boat, the 80 boat.
Oh yeah. Everyone remembers that boat. That
You
thing.
know, so they kind of put that. I guess that's where Unblown Flat kind of got to group those two classes together.
I
Because
see.
they kind of fell by the wayside one by one.
Oh, he went by one time, and that was it. We don't know what happened after that.
So my first time to the boat races, to this kind of boat racing, was in the 80s, right here. So my buddy Mike Wells, we were coming down with George Stratton, God rest George's soul. That's a,
On the race course.
they're gonna flag his happy right down the real. Yep, they got him. They got him in time.
Dang. I was gonna say.
Supercharged, looked like a Shiata, maybe a Howlet. I don't know. It's a pretty son of a gun. They got him just in the nick
In
of
the
time.
nick of time. He almost went out on the race course. He wanted to.
I think he'd give the race folks a good run for the money. That looked like some hardware right there.
I think that boat would do pretty good in the stock class.
You've been GN with that thing. I remember old Paul Dresser.
Okay, here we go. He's on the water now. I hear him.
Somebody's.
Woo, that's a F1? What is that?
No, that ain't no F1.
Oh, no, that's a-
capsule. Isn't it? So this is unblown flat. Because that capsule boat ran unblown flat.
Okay, so there's only one capsule?
It was only the one capsule boat, and they were running it unblown flat.
Okay, so here we go. Only one, though.
No,
I haven't seen any other boats out there.
that was the yellow one was out there too, though. Yeah, I think we're going to see them group up there a little bit. Maybe they're back there doing the thing.
Okay, I've never
They're back
seen him
down
do that before. But
No, it's a little, but everything's a little, never
Different,
seen it
yeah,
before as
that's
today
true.
goes by. Everything's a little bit new today.
you're right. It's a little different today. But here comes one. This ain't a capsule, I don't believe. Is that a capsule? Oh, yeah, maybe he's testing. He might be testing. That is the capsule.
Down at Pirates Den, straight all the way down to that restaurant.
That was
Did
voice
you
to
guys get the
text,
number
guys.
that time?
Yep, texting my daughter, everybody.
Voice to text.
Hopefully she gets the message. She swears
Did you
daddy.
get the number? 64.
60.
So that's a capsule 64 boat out there getting some laps in, I believe. I don't think he's racing. I think they're actually letting him test it. Unless they.
I don't think he's Ross said no tips.
Ross said no testing, so maybe the other one broke on the first lap.
640 maybe?
I had to have broke on the first lap because he's doing it low now. Yeah.
Unblown flat, 640, not 64. Maybe they just can't see the zero. Because isn't that yellow boat was the 55?
I don't know.
We need a girl April to chime in and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, April, you there? Well, it should have one more lap if that's the case. this long flat race. That was the last lap. Right? Oh no, here he comes. Oh yeah, he's flying. So that definitely was the last lap there. He slowed down, you can tell. No sense in getting on it anymore. There's no one to race out there. You know what I mean? No sense in doing that. So I believe that was his last lap right there.
Attrition. Well, you know, even though he's the
it
only,
wasn't his last lap. This is his last lap.
it's only, even though it's,
Woo! Man, he stayed on it a long time, didn't he?
that don't sound like an on-air TV. That thing's whistling, buddy.
Flying.
That thing is on the pipe, dude.
That's what I'm telling you.
That give
I
me
didn't-
that give me
Wow.
goosebumps.
I don't think that's an unblown flat.
No, I think that was a K-boat.
I'm thinking that's a K just practicing right now, to be honest with you.
What
Yeah,
the hell
fine.
do that for?
Yeah, that boat's in the way.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't do anything about that.
You got a BB gun? I'll shoot him with a BB gun.
I'll try to.
Look at that crazy pontoon right there. Trifecta. People outboards.
I think they're moving. I think they're moving. Yeah, they're moving.
Regatta.tv live. Parker, Arizona at the Pirates Den, man. Let's see. A little chilly, ladies and gentlemen, a little chilly. Been down here a bunch of times over the years, and this isn't one of the more fantastic weekends weather-wise. Although better than last year. I didn't come down last year, and they said it rained quite a bit last year. So you don't complain about the rain in the desert. If it's going to rain, let the good Lord water his plants. That's a sick pontoon boat here floating in the Whitewater Canal. I don't think I'm trading in the. Better not say never say never. Uh-oh, that's that hot rod boat that was trying to get on the race course. Blowing over the carburetors. Let's see the boys having a beer. There's the crew.
Yeah, we're getting there.
There's the crew. Hey kids, what's up?
Bye.
So that pretty one right there is my daughter, y'all. That's Madison Jeff's daughter. And the rest of the crew, the girls here. Hi, you guys. How you doing? You having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good deal.
Is this your daughter?
This is Serenity right here, and with Thrasher, Hootie, Madison. Her dad's a 42.
Okay, cool.
So, yep.
I'm
Man,
so
I don't
far,
know
you guys
these
probably
girls'
watched my
names.
feed before, huh?
Yeah, I have.
I'm sure you have.
Surfrat.tv.
They know. They're racers.
Yep, Madison's.
We got the kids over here
Yeah.
hanging out with us. Want to show them?
Yeah.
Let's show
come
'em.
on. Come right straight behind us.
Right
Go
behind us.
over
and
our
put your head
shoulders.
right in the middle. There they are.
There's
See?
Matt. A friend of ours was going to go out in the desert and mess with a side by side. Well, you want to go with Daddy to the river and hang out with everybody, or go out with your friends? She said, no, I want to go to the river. So she's been here quite a few times. The truth of it is maybe later I'll tell you that she was conceived down the river at that place we forgot the name to.
Yeah, somewhere down there.
Somewhere down there,
Somewhere down there, yeah.
at by the way, her birthday
You're
is
embarrassing her, by the way.
August 17th. Would you do the math on she was conceived at the Thanksgiving Regatta at the
17th of
resort casino down the road.
Yeah,
I forgot the name
August. Forgot
too.
the name already.
That she was, yes.
That's crazy.
That's a fact, Jack. So
That is crazy.
that beautiful young
Yeah, that's a
lady
little
right
awkward.
there.
She's right. She said
Yeah, it's
awkward. I
TMI
get it.
awkward. Yeah, it's the story of it.
He
We
puts
are
the
loving it too.
Maybe two.
Thank
Bring
you.
it back when you're done. What are you gonna do with it?
She's buying one of the shirts.
Oh, you're gonna buy a shirt? Okay. Love you. Bye.
You know how little girls are. They don't want to be around their dads.
No.
Like, you embarrass
No,
me. I'm
you-
out of here.
I'm out of here. Give me your.
You've embarrassed me
Give me.
enough.
Hey,
Dad, I'm
give
out
me,
of here.
Give me $20 of your debit card. Just give her a freaking debit card. She's a good kid. Until this COVID shit, and they had to do this virtual school in Vegas.
Somebody type something. It says something casino. I can't read it.
We can't remember that.
That casino. Something.
The
other one.
The something down the river.
Yeah, something
They're
casino.
downstream. They didn't host the party. We're not going to brag about them anymore. They priced themselves. You know what they did? They did the same thing Las Vegas Motor Speedway did to the Club MX guys when we were racing
Priced them
motocross
out.
out there. They just didn't want us there, and they just kept jacking the prices up until it wasn't affordable to put on the events. These aren't big money makers.
No.
Ross works his butt off.
He
and
doesn't
promotes
make any money.
all
It's all
kinds
It's all
all
daily time.
kinds of events all year long in order just to make ends meet and have something like a lifestyle. Now, I will tell you right now, we were talking about Best of the Desert earlier. Casey made a grip of money running some off-road races. They built those clear back in the 70s and stuff. That's a pretty cool little 21-footer. It's probably the V-drive.
You guys can't see
No,
what
I
he's
see the
talking about.
cable. A little squirter out the back. I see the cable. That's a jetter.
The bar is Roadrunner.
We knew the bar was running.
April's just letting us know.
Okay, April. Thanks for the backup on that. Road
Thanks for
Runner,
watching,
the
Dan.
coyotes after you.
Thanks for
Road
watching.
Runner. We appreciate everybody that has tuned in.
It's still cold. We still the sun may have came out, folks, but the
What
the
it is,
wind chill factor
it's
is still cold.
3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're wearing winter clothes, and we're in Parker,
still
Arizona.
I got a beanie.
We
on.
could be in our pink and purple polka dot G-strings, and we can't even wear them.
Here he goes again. He said he was going to get in his bikini for you guys at the pool tonight. I don't know if it's true, but
No.
No?
No. Maybe my board shirt.
politics and racing. Come on, man.
Politics and racing. Nobody ever put Trump Train 2020 on the side of the race. We wouldn't do that.
Somebody did. Trumpster. I seen it. Wow.
Eric Sperry had Trump on the side of his boat.
I seen it happen. I seen it.
Yeah.
It was called the Trumpster boat. You saw it too.
Like me, there was a little Trump support flotilla thing that took place, and the media, of course, the fake news media, played it down big time. There was at least a couple of thousand boats. My
But they
friends,
didn't show it.
oh hell no,
Hell no.
maybe 800 boats. I'm thinking dude, there was 800 boats in front of Boulder Beach.
Yeah.
Not counting if it was from Sentinel Island all the way back
There
around
was only one side
to
of
the
the
mouth
line.
of Vegas Wash.
What was that?
You know,
Yeah,
straight up
it's-
my freaking nose.
Trumpster got first in class in Parker. That boat. That boat was doing good. That boat. I watched that boat from the start, and it
That-
lasted all day.
Isn't that the one that
It's hauling the mail all day. I got to give it to that boat. It's very dependable. It looked like it could have
Well-
ran again all day.
even my boat race team, sprint boat racing, you know, like I said, 5, 7, 8, 9 minutes is the top share on the water. But when I was a desert racer, we had talked with the folks boys, Casey's boys, and then Brian had made a comment to me. This was, 30 plus years ago. You got to finish to finish first. So we kind of honed that into first finish to finish first.
Yeah.
And when my racer friends are out in different places, works races and racing the side-by-sides and stuff like that, now Rusty Denman, he's out there with his daughter Brooklyn. She's doing a great job. A lot of sponsors racing these UTV side-by-sides and out there kicking the boys' butts. Anytime, you guys saw a moment ago, I got a beautiful daughter, and anytime the girls go out and get in the men's world and race and kick their butts, like our friend Amy Ross with
But she kicks
Blue
guys'
Jays.
butts all the time.
that they kick the guys' butts, and
Yeah.
it's
It's a different
these,
story.
the girls are out doing the things boys, in history had always done. And I love seeing the women get involved in the racing environment. It's just a great thing. And
Is she still going to race, or does she have
No,
to take
no.
time off now?
she's challenged.
Challenge now. Yeah, it sucks. She was a
Also-
racer, though. She was
Just in,
insane
Just-
racer, yeah.
you know,
She went for it. But guys, you know, they got a wish fund for you guys, and tell them about that.
Racing for the Cure.
Yeah.
It's the ALS Warriors presented by the Cracker Box Racing Bunch. And then our 2021 season is going to be dedicated to Amy Ross.
Mhm.
All right, and the P96 Arizona girls, formerly known as California girls. Of course, they moved into Arizona in the
Back
area
a
here.
while ago.
You know, and she's got a beautiful daughter and her husband Scott, and she's in the medical field and stuff like that. And Amy's come with this tragic disease and Lou Gehrig's disease, as it's called, and we're raising money to help her out, and then we're going to get a Venmo and a Zelle set up here so that people can donate directly to that. We've got, you know, the
Couple people
several
that have already,
$100 and more pledged. I pledged $50 earlier because that's all I had in my pocket. Because you guys saw my daughter took my debit card. I probably could get a couple hundred more if I really needed to. But we want to be able to help her out in what, you know, tragically may just be the final race. You know. So it's
we want to help
unfortunate.
out. She's got her daughter. She's got
You know.
a lot of expenses, and this disease is costing her a lot of money, I'm sure, to get this treated and diagnosed and everything else that they do.
And-
you know,
Her Cracker Box race boat's for sale. It's a champion boat. It's a wrap. You know, Jerry Ross rigged
what
it
are they
and
selling the
done.
boat for? Do you know?
I don't know, but
That boat won a few races.
a lot,
A lot of
man.
races.
It beat me all but one time. I beat her one time right here in the Parker River,
Uh-huh.
right to Colorado, right down there at that place we don't
At
say.
that other place down
That other place down the river, and I beat her once, and it was one of the proudest times because she's just such a great competitor, a strong driver, very methodical in her execution of every lap, and she does a great job. There's a nice little camera.
there.
That's a
That's
match.
for the day.
Are they wrapping it for the day?
That's it for the day, guys. We
Hold the race course.
they pulled the race course. I don't see any more boats out there, and all the pleasure boats are coming through now. So it looks like we're gonna call it a day for today. But
We'll be back.
But I want you guys to know we're gonna be live tomorrow a little bit earlier. Okay. Now that we have a place to figure out where we're at. I mean, that's the best view you're gonna get. We're not gonna improve that any, but
Not
that thing's
unless.
all in butt.
Yeah, look at that pontoon. That tripoon is what that
is
thing
a
is.
party boat.
Dude,
They're
that
not
thing's
supposed to go that
I'll
fast,
tell you
right?
what, I'll bet you that's 50, 60 miles an hour right there. That ain't no joke.
I don't think you're supposed to go that fast in that boat, are you?
I don't know. I just need to know where the blender is.
The airport to fly to the Regatta? The Regatta, that would be Parker, right? Parker Airstrip?
Closest airport to here. Yeah, there's an airport in Parker, isn't there?
Yeah,
Or
there is.
Havasu.
There's
Havasu.
Havasu as well, but Parker has one too.
Yeah, Havasu can land 737s, and that's a shitty plane to land. I guess it's a long runway.
Laughlin can land a 747. President Trump landed there about a month ago. Not even, a couple weeks ago.
I got a feeling that his pilots could probably land a 747 anywhere they want.
I know they could.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that plane got damaged from sucking up rocks on the wingspan went so far over the runway into the dirt.
Oh,
they
no,
did the
shit,
reverse
it-
thrust.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. Hey, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get out of here.
We
for
appreciate
the
you
day.
guys
We
putting up with
appreciate
our
you guys.
bullshit all day.
That's right. So we'll see you tomorrow, though, and let's show you a quick shot of the outside here before we take it away. You're sick of seeing us anyway. So there it is, Parker live right there with the birds, just chilling.
One of God's greatest gifts to the environment right here. The Colorado River sliced this pie, and we've sure enjoyed it for a lot of decades, and hopefully a lot of decades to come.
If you've never been here, you should.
It's a great time. Lots of fun stuff to do in the Parker Strip, ladies, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.